What up, people? No, y'all in yet. I'll look in another second and be like 80 y'all in there in like 2 seconds. So I'll give you a minute. Throw some glasses. I got like 8,000 safety glasses, man. What up, what up? What up, Charles? What up, RJ? What up, Lucifer? Damn, like 15, 18 of y'all jumped in here today. Shit. This RGN, he got the triple axle joint. Messed up tires and shit. Yeah. What up, Cooley? I see you got your joint fixed or whatever. I'm gonna check that video. I seen it up in the feed. So I'm gonna see what's going on. What up, Vince? What up, David? Hope all y'all doing good, man. I'm just sitting here waiting on my next run. Actually sat around for a couple of days. I made a dumbass decision. Sometimes that happens, man. I could have got a nice ass load that could have loaded going back to where I came from and paying some good money, and then I emptied out Monday, and I was like, nah, a little Wednesday, I don't want it, and then I should have took it, and in Phoenix, I don't really go around too many places in Phoenix, man. You know, I really don't. My boy trying to get me to come out there, Anthony, he trying to get me to come out there, shoot pool and shit, you know. I just don't feel like driving all the way over there. I just don't. I used to live in Tempe, so I'm not even out there no more. What up, man? But to the load, man. My dumb ass went out there and said, well, that low, I mean, it paid $5, $51, $52, some shit like that. And I didn't do it. I didn't call about it. And I should have did it, man. Because it was an agent that I've rocked with a few times. I don't have no problems with them. Don't have no problems with me. I just didn't want to wait till Wednesday, but hey, guess what? So, but I did come out, you know, pretty good at the end because I ended up getting, I had to go like 150 miles, you know, 11-mile load. It's 13 wide, but probably only $30. So, but they was paying that ching on that, and then the next load after that is just a container. I'm going to pick it up and load it and go 10 miles. First load was 18 miles, other load was 10 miles, something like that. So, I sat around, I gambled. I came out pretty good on that. But sometimes you can lose your ass messing around like that, man. So, I'll be the first to tell you. So, you be looking like a dumbass, you know, messing around out here like that. Especially the way it is now, the way stuff is. You still can find the rates like I did, but it's a little harder now, and so you just gotta roll with the punches at this point. You know, I see a lot of people, you know, in different areas in the country just talking about, hey, what happened to the rates? What happened to this and that? You know, it's a lot of trucks out here. You know, people with the authority, people leased on to here. I mean, you just look at here, for example. I told y'all, 11,000 drivers damn near. So, whole lot of things that's going on right now that we've been talking about since the end of last summer. So, Trump and his mess. So, a lot of things play, you know, a big factor in what's going on right now. But you can still get them dollars. Well, it's flat step stuff. Van, you gotta have a connect. So, it's a little rough out there. on the outside world, it's probably like $1.60 a mile, man. So that's I was talking to that dude earlier. So, but it is what it is. People be asking about the Landstar rates, and the Landstar rates, I mean, yeah, they might look a little better than the outside, but like CB was saying, if you still pulling loads at 65%, I guess you will look like some of these outside carriers. Look at it, $1.40 and stuff like that. It's just not gonna work out too well. It is a struggle on the van side. I'm watching them play around with the reefer stuff too. So, but the numbers can still be had. It's just, you want to play games like I did one day, or you want to go get it now. So, it is what it is out there. What up, Streets? What up, Donald? Raymond? How you doing? Phoenix Freight is trash. Yes, it can be trash at times. Now, I've gotten luck. I don't pick up in Phoenix, so I don't even like going to Phoenix, man. I was right there in Tempe. I didn't even want to go by Phoenix. It's just now if I do anything, if I pick up, if it's in Tucson or something, I come through. If I got to go to Cali like I've been doing lately, I just go around the 8, man. I don't even want to do nothing in Phoenix, man. But I will take my boy up on pool eventually once I get out there. I mean, I got a pool table in my house and shit, but I don't even really play with it. But Phoenix Freight is just, yeah, it's really like a hit and miss thing. You might get well, depends on how bad they need it. Usually I'm doing like some air freight out of there. They might be going to Cali or something government is where I do anything else. So, and that's recent because normally I don't even mess around with Arizona, man. Arizona is, and I live there. It's just like, forget it, you might as well fly in instead of, coming in. But lately I've been, trying a few things and it does alright, but then it can get dry for a minute, so. Let me see how many fans there. But, hold on. Are you originally from New York or New Jersey? I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn. And then I lived in North Carolina. So between New York and North Carolina is where most of my life's been spent. Everything else outside of Arizona, about 5 years almost. Sprinkled some Dallas, some California in there for a little bit, not too long, and Tennessee. That's it. But I'm originally out of New York. What up, Justin Lane? Landstar Flatbed can get the equipment from them? Yeah, you can't. Well, not from them. They'll give you an equipment loan or whatever, which I had to do because on that last truck, because I ain't present and the place wouldn't take my card over the phone and all that goofy mess, whatever. Or I could take it out of the escrow account at Landstar. Speaking of the flatbed, I honestly speaking, I don't like Landstar flatbed. I really don't. I just don't. You hear a lot of people say, get the step deck. You heard me tell El Boogie and all them, go get the step deck, go to the class now. If you go later, you're going to wish you're going to wish the guy you did. And that's what I meant. But, I don't like Landstar flatbed freight for the most part. There are some good agents out there with freight, but there's a lot of hate buddies out there right now. And I've been noticed that for the last couple of years, that a lot of hate buddies have left from the drive, especially when the rates were crazy. They went from dry van trying to get flatbed loads, and they trying to put dry van numbers on them, and maybe a little bit more, and they don't know what the hell they're looking at. They don't know what the commodity is. It's coming from some broker somewhere. They don't answer the damn phone. These are the hey buddies anyway. Yeah, I can go through the list all day, but we'll probably talk about them another day. So I'm not really feeling the flatbed freight. Flatbed freight. Flatbed freight. So just not feeling it. But step deck freight, that's a different ball game. But yeah, you can get the equipment. You can probably pay about, if you just got a standard headache rack, not like the ones I got. I got 3-volt swing door joint cabinets on it. I mean, shelves on it. That box was like $2,200, $2,300, whatever it was. But if you just got a basic one, like $1,200, and then you got the equipment, yeah, it probably come out like $3,000, depending on where you buy this stuff from. You can buy this stuff at Marco's Tarps in Houston. I sent a truck down there recently. Tri-City Canvas, Tarp Stop, then Ohio and Gary, Indiana. A couple of places. What's the name of that damn place? Knox Trailer in Knoxville, Tennessee. They probably won't have no tarps, but you can get it. But for the most part, it'd be about $3,000 if you're just getting like some 6-foot tarps. That's what I advise you to get. Get some 6-foot drop, 27 foot long or whatever, 25 foot long. Get 2 of those, and I would get if you're pulling a flatbed, yeah, you can get that. Or if you want to, me, I don't really tarp loads that's really tall than me. And if you see me with a step deck with a load that's up there, it must have paid a lot of damn money. It's probably small. Yeah, it probably was 10 feet tall, but we used a crane or something to put it up there. But I will get up there and tarp a load that's, taller than me. I'm not gonna say I'm not, because I know a lot of guys ask about that, and they was asking that on CB's video about, can you pick, tarp loads and stuff like that. You pick what you want to pick. You ask the agent, is it tarp or no tarp, whatever. It ain't like driving for Melton and TMC and them, where they make you tarp every damn thing on earth. So that's on you. You want to tarp loads. If you want to buy tarps and have tarps, you don't want to tarp at all, then you don't got to tarp at all. But if the customer requires a tarp, then that's a different damn story. But get the 6-foot drops if you don't really want to deal with too much anything else, or 8-foot if you want to just be like that. Get you a smaller one. You can get a steel tarp, something, or what do you get? 16 by 16, whatever, stuff like that. That way you don't have all this excess tarp dragging around, on certain types of loads. If you're gonna pull a flatbed, you're gonna probably do coils and stuff here and there. You gotta get coil racks, friction pads, edge protectors, stuff like that. You would, man. I'm gonna read some comments in a minute, and I know the title says Landstar driver got killed, which he did. I'll touch on that for a second. You want to buy chains, 3/8 chains, American, Chinese, whatever you prefer, with a G70 rating. That should do about 6,000 pounds, something like that. But 6,500 pounds, I forget. But that's more than enough on most loads. So most places sell 20-foot chains. So you take the chain, you buy 1, 2, 3, 4 20s. You cut each one of them in half. There you got 8 chains, 10-footers. You put them in your joint. You buy maybe 4 more, because you might have to do a container deal. You might have a 40-footer. You chain the back, chain the front. You might have 2 20s. You chain the front and back, depending if they loaded and all that mess. And then you buy 2. I think two would do it. Two more 20-footers, and then you cut them in the 4 or 5 foot sections. So cut them in quarters. That way you have short chains for like vehicles, stuff like that. Because sometimes you don't need all that extra chain like dragging around. I know I tried to talk about that in one video before, but that's what it is. So I'm doing this because CB was saying it, so I know some of y'all watching, so I may as well talk about it. Get some ratchet binders. Get about 8 of them. Get about 4 snaps or whatever. Get a good mix. Cause sometimes you might need to get that snap binder in an area where that ratchet ain't gonna go. So make sure you get that. So let me read some of y'all comments. I jumped off that for a minute. But yeah, to finish that question up, you can get the equipment loan from them, and they'll break it down in like, I don't know, 8 payments or some mess like that. Make sure you get the numbers. They give you a promissory note, and make sure you rack up the numbers to pay it back, and everything will be all good. My sister lives in Mesa. What to deal with the van freight in Texas? Woo! I don't know, man. I think Texas is rough. I was saying that the other day. Texas is rough for everything for the most part. I mean, you might get lucky on a step and flat and running interstate stuff, but I don't know, man. I think freight across the board in Texas is kind of like, it's kind of rough, man. Everybody down there, man. So, too many damn trucks down there. So that's what it is. Kicks from Queens, 40 cal. Can tell you about mad carriers out of there in Georgia. Yeah, I used to be there. Miss Tina probably told you. Reba probably told you. A couple other drivers probably told you. But like I said, that was back, because some people got a different look at them now versus how the percentage work and stuff. But I had my own trailer back then over there, so I was getting the 90. It was 90% across the board back then when I was there. But they straight, I don't know how it worked for some guys on the spot market out there. And I mean, you can get your own customer or whatever and still operate under them. So, but it's on you to make that money. I mean, it's a little different in here because you don't have 8,000 agents you got to call. You get to call the broker. And MAG has just like Landstar, a good safety rating. So you can pretty much get loads from all kinds of brokers that are, just like Landstar, minus the agent, So, but MAG is straight. They came a long way. Because when I was there, we used to have to mail our shit in. We had to mail our paperwork in and all that. There was no TransFlow, no Trip Pack Express or whatever. I had the FedEx. I had a FedEx account. I still do. So I FedEx it in. They didn't have fuel discounts back then. This is like 2010 or whatever. So they didn't have all that stuff back then, what they do now. There's a couple of people over there. I'm not going to say one of their names because he's keeping that to himself for now. My boy Malik, if he checks in, I got to call him because he called me earlier. He there. There's a couple of guys that went over there. Actually, that name's starting to float around Facebook a little more now. They're not going to take anybody coming in, acting a fool. They ain't going to tolerate a lot of, clown shit. So, you come over there, you better be straight, Don't I pull a flat? Yeah, I pull a step. On occasions, I might pull a flat, but it's on a power only tip. So what I said earlier, I'm speaking on the flatbed side. I just don't like Landstar's flatbed stuff for the most part, because it's just weird. It's not like you driving, because a lot of guys will come over here from like a Melton, TMC, got their own truck. You get their own truck and leave one of them places and think they're gonna pull that same type of freight that you do here. It might be there, but I ain't rocking with it like that, because too many funny agents out there with these loads, man. Like I was watching today, it's like there's just certain codes on there. I ain't even gonna waste my time with them, man. Call them, they don't pick up the phone. They want to see if you're a Landstar truck or not, and then they BS and disappear. So I ain't got time for that, man. I already know the codes. I probably don't know all of them. I know there's a new one that's been floating around. Maybe they've been around for a while, but they pretty bogus, and that's UNV or whatever. They're pretty bogus because they're posting stuff they don't even have. So that kind of like make you want to like knock somebody out, man. So, but yeah, I'm not trying to mix the two up. What up, Alvin? Appreciate it, man. Flatbed dry van had a lot of the same rates at Landstar. Exactly, man. It's like, well, the van might be a little lower now, but yeah, it's kind of because hey buddies and all them be doing that, man. They be coming in there, they just snatch anything. I mean, you got somebody in Baghdad giving you a load. That's for real. So wherever the hell they at, they ain't here. So not I ain't gonna say every one of them, but it's just like I can't mess with too many people like that, man, because it's like they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know what you about to haul. I had one day give me a load in South Carolina. This was probably like 2 years ago, and I went to go pick the load up, and they like, do you have load levelers? And I'm like, what? I was like, they didn't tell me none of that, So I'm trying to reach out on the phone. I can't get nobody on the phone. Finally, I got somebody on the phone. Now everybody playing dumb, so I had to give them a lecture, man. So I was just like, see, if that was your own load, you'd have known if I needed load levelers. That's the difference between these broker chasing agents and the ones that got their own customers. And I be hitting hard on that shit. I mean, I haul broker loads, yeah, but I can't stand an agent that just don't have their own shit. I mean, yeah, you got to deal with brokers here and there, just like if you got your own authority, if you got your own customer, yeah, you got to deal with a broker here and there. But when you just rely on one thing, it's just not good, man. Especially when you don't know what you're dealing with. Like I said, if it's your own load, you would have known if I needed that stuff, man. But nah, you sitting there, and I gotta chase you, chase him. Forget it, man. We out. Yeah, hey buddy, I got perfect load for you. I had pick up in California, got like 8 drops. It's a good load, $1.62 a mile. Fuck out of here. Fuck is wrong with you, man? I got a round robin paying $1.40. You stupid, man. You can take that shit somewhere else, because we ain't trying to hear that over here. I did, for the first time, I did haul a garbage load the other week. I didn't. One of the other trucks did. I couldn't believe it, but I took the garbage and got the hell out of Dodge, man. It was just, I couldn't believe it. But I'm trying not to do that shit again. What up, McCarthy? Whatever you do, give me shout outs. Go check out Daniel McCarthy, man. He's got a channel. He used to be here. He got his own numbers. So he's been had about 8 months, right? Something like that. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 6 months, something like that. 7 months. You done had your own numbers. I'm way too lazy to talk. I mean, hey man, hey, when I first started, I look like I'm the same size, but I'm not. When I first did it, I was starting to get like ripped up and all that, tossing tarps around. I was getting all toned up. Now I kind of got a little Teletubby-ish, man. So I mean, I weigh 210. Don't look it, but I weigh 210. And so I'll go like 2 months and won't even tarp a load, man. And all of a sudden I'll tarp a load and I'll fill it a little bit, So, but I try to, stick with. If I know certain agents, you do certain types of loads, I already know what it is. So I'm gonna go in there and do it for them if I gotta tarp it. But for the most part, I try to keep it within my height or lower. Well, not at all, but once in a while I will do a 10-footer or 10.5, whatever it may be. Now I got a little lower deck, so I actually have a custom made tarp that's 11 foot or 11 and a half foot sitting on my other truck. He picked it up for me. That joker like 25 feet, 26 feet long. I did that just to cover certain types of loads where I don't have to pull out like 3-4 tarps. It's a lightweight tarp though. So parachute type material. Plus I got felt pads, you know, I put it over the top. Matter of fact, I'll show you one of these jokers. I got one down here on the floor. Because people been asking me, what is felt pads? So, this one's on the floor. I had it down there as a little carpet for some damn reason. So this is it right here. See how thick that is? See that? So this is just a little one that, I throw over something real quick. But I got one that covers some big ass stuff, man. So, and it's got like the little rings on it where I could put a couple of bungees or tie it down. That way it won't come off. So that protects, you know, your tarp from getting murdered out there, turning into Swiss cheese. What up, Victor? Yeah, it depends on the load, man. I mean, if it's an 8 foot and you got a 10 foot, it ain't too much tucking. If it's a 4 foot and you got a 6 foot, I mean, you know, or if you got an 8 foot on a 4 foot, yeah, there's some tucking going on. But you know, there's different little techniques you can use, roll ups and stuff like that, and to keep the tarp on the inside. I told Dry the other day, I said, speaking of, you got like a 4 foot low. I was like, listen, man, I said, I know you kind of new to the game. I said, you take a strap, leave it out for the front, one in the middle, one in the back. I said, because your tarp game gonna probably be that strong. You're gonna go down the road, that joker gonna start flapping in the wind. So you don't want your joint flapping in the wind. So you put a strap on it. Well, he didn't put the strap on the back. Well, you know what happened, right? So I told you. But you'll figure it out one day. Working nights, moving my business to another state. I hear you, man. I hear you. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I'll shoot you a text or whatever. I guess he's gonna leave the sun. You gonna leave? Oh yeah, it says you're selling your house, so. Damn. Where you going though? What's up, Thomas? Everybody want to leave Florida now. Not yet. I mean, if you got a refund, it look like the race about to kick off. Seen $4,500-$4,600 going to Jersey, I think. So whatever it was going on there, I didn't read it. So, but me and a couple of my boys were talking about that. But that wasn't the reason why I was saying I was getting a reefer. So don't think that. I mean, yeah, I can get some produce and run it. I ran it before, but I might not even do it. Cause I was thinking about something the other day. I was just like, you might want to sit your ass down for a minute. I mean, you can do it, but you don't want to get your ass caught up in a crazy mess, man. Man, I saw a dude teeth get knocked out, snap binder, cause he did it wrong, man. I seen a dude get KO'd, man. 2 dudes got KO'd. You just can't be doing it any kind of way, man. See and how I got it. I think I showed a video one time. I got the winch bar. It's just a chrome bar, round, and it's got the little plastic on the top. I take the plastic off, stick it on that joke, and that way I know that bitch ain't going nowhere. So I crank down and snap it in. You just can't be doing it any kind of way, man. You can't be like and doing all this dumb shit and then you let it go bang. Yeah, your ass is gonna feel like you got hit by Tyson, man. So there's a proper way to do it. I mean, so you might want to watch a couple of videos. Landstar giving loans. Yeah, they do. They do. I was talking to a dude earlier about that. They just don't hand out loans, you know. I mean, I always use my voluntary escrow as a leverage thing if I ever needed one. because they go, well, this and that. Like, I got that escrow money over there. I ain't tripping. But I emptied it out though. I get to a certain dollar amount now. I just empty it out. But one time I had, it was in 1 week, 2 trucks in the shop, and I had that premium 2000. Not on these trucks, the other trucks. And I had an estimate that the bill would be $7,000 each truck, and but I had that aftermarket warranty, so I wasn't sure if they was cut, if it was a certain thing or not. But just to be ready, there it was. Turned out I didn't really need it anyway. I just needed like 2,000. They covered. It was a $5,000 bill. It was something like that. Well, $6,000 bill. They covered majority of it, and then I covered the rest. That was it. But I do have a voluntary escrow, you know, if it was needed. Now it's pretty much empty, so I don't like, you know, mess with it too much. But I know I still put money in there, but I'm saying I get to a certain point, it just gets wiped out. And so far I haven't had to do anything with these trucks. They covered anyway, so. But I'm good at that on that part. But they will give you a loan. You be calling, because some guys will say, oh, they don't help us out and this and that, and they don't do this. Well, I mean, you got me. I mean, I got, like I said, I got Amex, Cap One, Inc. I got a couple other things going on, but some drivers, they don't, you know, and they, you know, they have to really, you know, either generate that revenue or get them to do it for real, and no voluntary escrow, no nothing. And if you one of them guys that just make it just enough, and you know, $1,500, $1,200, and then, you know, got one of those $6,000 repair bills, you better have something, because most of the time they're gonna ask you, and they type it in the background, because they back there looking at you, see what kind of money you bring in, how consistent you are going home. They really don't care how much you go home. It's about the revenue, and because they don't bother you when you're at the house. Like, you know, you drive for one of these other companies, yo, we got a load. You know, they don't do that, because you picking all the loads yourself. But yeah, so that's pretty much it on that. But if you don't, you know, generate that revenue and all that, you know, they're gonna look at you like, especially if you got an older truck, they'll say, have you considered buying another truck? They'll probably give you one of them down payment loans or something like that, and then go from there. If you say nah or whatever, if they say no, you can't really go back and say like, well, they don't help, because they're gonna say, well, shoot, you don't run enough, you're at home 50% of the time, you basically don't generate no revenue, so you take a lot of cash advances, you know, things like that, man. So that they look at a whole lot of stuff when they loan somebody some money like that. Now, I mean, when you first start, you get some flatbed equipment, that's a little different. But I mean, it's $2,500, $3,000. They ain't tripping on that. But I'm talking about when you break down and you're trying to come at them, they are checking your ass out. Get the Georgia, Alabama van popping. There you go. Kickers from Queens. Yeah, man, had their own load board. No. It's basically like you got your own authority, and they give you the load board internet truck stop to use out there. And some guys probably use DAT from their buddy or whoever. But no, it's nothing like here. So it's not like an in-house load board. It's pretty much, they got their MC, you lease on to them. And you they give you the internet truck stop for a fee. I think you can use one version or another version where you can check credit ratings and stuff like that, but in days to pay. But it's almost like you basically on your own for real, you know. I mean, you got this version here, and you got like the Mad Carrier version, you got a Travel Loco, you got a what's the other one? F2F. But I think out of, you know, even though Landstar's a different deal than the rest of them because of the agents and direct shippers. But I think out of them other ones, Mag is probably the better one. But I don't know. So, because they like fly under the radar, man. You know, they fly under the radar. I don't think they do any. They might do now. They don't do no lease purchase. You know, from quality in them places. If they do, it must be new now. But I don't think they ever did. So, but you pretty much straight up. That's you for real. Other than this, you for real by yourself. You know, they handle all the paperwork and stuff, but you the one calling C.H. Robinson. You the one calling Alan Lund and Echo Global and Coyote and all them, you know, Megacorp and whoever out there. Got a read for Patterson Truck Brokers and places like that. So that's all you. So you the one talking on that phone. You see different YouTubers with their own. Well, you know, I don't think you really see too many of them on there calling a broker. Now, somebody probably will make a video later with them calling a broker and actually going through it. Like you heard me in my $2 a mile video. Kind of, it's gonna be like that, man. Kind of, but I think somebody did do a video right after I did that crap. But yeah, so that's it. It's you on a different. It's a different world once you know, go out there like that. After that, it's your own numbers. Now you're gonna be doing all that paperwork for real and stuff. You gotta stay in compliance and everything, man. So that's the only difference. Not too much, but you will pretty much be out there, you know, for yourself. If you want to chase the broker boy, you chase the broker boy. You got one or two customers you want to rock with and it works, then you do that too. Did flat step a couple years back. Tad, Florida, playing games. What up, John? I have an agent that's talking about leaving Landstar. That's cool. Yeah, people do that, you know. People leave and go do their own thing, and you know, still they'll rock with you when they leave and stuff like that. Or if you leave, you can probably still rock with them. So I got a guy now at a company, and he talked to me about some things, but he said we load Landstar all day, you know. So even though you're not with us, you ain't been with us in like whatever years, but they know how I do, so whatever. But they load with Landstar all the time, so it ain't a problem. Florida is bad. Dang, brokers play games, 210 per mile, 15 stops. Fuck yeah. I know how they do, man. I know how they do down there. But I seen it was like it was picking up a little bit. The truck to load ratios, you know, looking crazy down there. But I know once everybody figure it out, they're gonna be down there, and then they're gonna be playing them games for real then. So 15 stops with damn plants. Yeah, 210 a mile, 15 stops on plants. Like, you smoking, man. It ain't happening, man. Up to North Carolina, I'm like, nah, you bugging. They be doing that here. Hey, buddy, have a good load for you. $2 a mile, 6.5 months. Next time I see you, I'll be wearing a t-shirt that says, hey, buddy. I gotta make them damn things, man. I need to go on and get it done, man. Stop playing around. I was talking about that at the house recently. I gotta figure out what I want to put behind the silhouette, whatever. So McCarthy said peace to Landstar. Yeah, he got out, got his numbers. So I think he had about 6 months. I think he said 6.5. Yeah. So on the way to New Mexico, you'll be in the area this weekend. No. Thought I would, but Where in New Mexico? Maybe you didn't say where, so it is a possibility. I don't know. Wait 207. We should wrestle. I ain't gonna wrestle, man. I ain't gonna wrestle, man. That's a long time ago. Um, I be trying to get it in. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna try to do it quick. I always been like that though. I'm trying, back then, high school shit like that. You get in a fight, I'm trying to get your ass quick, and it's over. Please hold still. See if the low's still up there. Don't even get me started, man, with that, man. Don't even get me started. We got Landstar backing in right now. Oh, you down there? In Roswell, yeah, UFO land. What up, gangster? Yeah, he going to Roswell. Ain't nothing out there. What is it, a Walmart or Dollar General? Something I forget what's out there. He moved up South Carolina, and wife's family up there. She misses them. That's what's up. E.T. is his friend. Take a boat out. What is that? Seslav one. What up? Said Red Columbia. No, because people been asking me about that. And the thing, my wife was telling me the other day, she was like, "Well, instead of buying that Century class that I was talking about, which I ain't buying now, so why don't you just go ahead and fix that red truck?" I said, "I just can't put the man that got the truck, got it under the shed. He works in the oil field. He has his own service truck. He might have two. He works in the oil field. He's got a contract with some company out there. I don't know who the company is, but I think they're out there by what the hell is that town? Not Odessa. It's west of Odessa. Kermit or something in Clovis. And so he's out there working on trucks. So I can't have him come back just to work on my truck. Now, before he went out there, he was doing roll calls and stuff like that. Then yeah, he was working on my truck here and there. But last thing he did was tore the headache rack down because I messed it up, and the transmission was out. He had replaced all the bushings and shocks, whatever I told him to do, and he tore the cabinets out because I was gonna put different cabinets in. So she was like, "Well, go ahead and do that." I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do that like that. I can't because he's out there." So, but we'll get it figured out how we gonna get that thing back out there on the road, because it should be back out on the road. At least I get it and just come out here and there, 45, 46, 45 of y'all up in there. That's what's up. Los Lunas. Hey, buddy, low boards. Landstar, your own authority. What do you mean? With that red truck? Who knows? I put it like that. But I did think about it, own deal. But the way it looks out there, kind of crazy. Plus, I gotta be on the ground to go, because I like to go deal with somebody face to face on some stuff, I mean, I know a couple of guys that I could probably run for, with my own authority. So, but you don't want to be relying on one person all the time. And perfect example, if this is true, Falcon Transport, when they ditched them drivers, that's like a what's the name of that truck company? Arrow. That was a flatbed company back in like 2005, I want to say, maybe before that. Yeah, I think it was around there. They ditched their drivers. There's a couple of companies that ditched their drivers, and somebody was saying that Falcon started blaming Ford or GM for closing the plant out there. Well, that's a problem for you. You can't be, that's what I'm saying, you get your own numbers or whatever. You can't be relying on one person. to give you all the freight. Like, you can't rely on one person. Like, I drove for a company back in North Carolina, and he's a good dude. He's down to one truck now from 10, unless he, made a comeback. Um, he had another guy that was tag team with him, didn't know jack about trucking. They relied on two people. They relied on this broker that did Dolly Madison Hostess Cakes, and this other dude that was a broker that did produce out of North Carolina, a lot of sweet potatoes and stuff. But and sometimes people from here and there with connects, but those like his two go-to people all the time. They were brokers, and it got bad for him, man. It was like you gotta get some other stuff, man. You gotta do something else, man. And I had left because I got in an argument with one of the other owner and somebody that played third owner. I got the fuck out of here. He said I can come back whenever, but I was like, I'm done. So, but yeah, with stuff like that, you rely on one source, you're probably gonna go down. I mean, you can go down more ways than one, but when you do something like that based on what somebody said, you're probably gonna go the hell down. So, that's bad what happened to them, and them drivers. You coming to the Albuquerque area? I don't know if I'm gonna be down there. What type of engine? 12.7. Yes. I never really had any problems out of that truck, man, as far as the engine goes. I probably wouldn't have if I put it out there because it's been sitting so long. I had some injector O-rings. I replaced the injector that I guess I shouldn't have. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I never had a problem with the engine. It's got 1.5 something million miles on it. I blew one turbo at I don't know, when the warranty ran out. And then I replaced it again a few years later when it started leaking. So other than that, I replaced the compressor, air dryer. That's pretty much it. I never did anything to that truck, other than the drive shaft fell out one time, but the little one, and I fixed everything underneath. I replaced everything when that happened. So other than that, I really never had any big time issues with the truck. But I'm sure if I pull it out right now as is, I'll probably get away with it for a few weeks or so, and then you start seeing some crazy mess going on. Then I'll be making them videos, damn, I broke down and shit, man, I thought I could run out here for like 6 months. Like, come on, man, you ain't gonna, you just know better than that. Methuen, Texas, trucker 340, what up? Bar none has almost all the eggs in the basket. UPS and a few others. Ain't bar none down with Swift though. Last I checked, a lot of companies have their eggs in one basket. Yeah, a lot of them do. You talk to these new cats, they can't negotiate. Hey, Ricards was reaching out to me yesterday. One boy got pulled over on 17 in Arizona. Couldn't go down. U.S. Express wasn't going down the hill right. They ain't playing with y'all, man. Y'all can't be hugging them damn brakes going down that hill, man, like that. Either you know how to use the stab brake technique, get that thing down, and have it in the right gear. Because if you just sit there and you just holding that bit, you're gonna burn it up. So it's gonna be like Mr. Aguilera that got $120,000 up for him already. I mean, that's nice. You still fucked up. I don't care what you try to say. You want to act like you didn't do nothing wrong at the end of the day, but you'll see what happened in court. So they're gonna get him. So I don't care how many violations that truck company had. You was driving that day. Well, like I said, now his line could have been broke back there. Ooh, it could have, but still though, I mean, blowing the ramps and all that, come on, man. So people still trying to like defend, like what? No, there's no defending shit like that. Common sense, that's pretty much it. What do you mean I'm broke down? You stupid. Oh man. But yeah, Swift does own bar none. I thought they did. Um, the Landstar driver, man. So we had a Landstar driver get killed yesterday afternoon, upstate New York. I want to say it was in by Binghamton or Syracuse, something like that. He was delivering at a Home Depot, and he got empty. I don't know if he was doing a drop and hook. I don't know what the deal was, but the way it read, it was like he did the drop and hook. Well, I'm saying drop and hook. Um, he did the whatever delivery, and then he went around back to check a tire or something like that, and the trailer shifted. So in my mind, I'm thinking like it was a drop and hook, and he didn't hook up all the way or something, you know, because I've seen an incident in Michigan where a driver got killed some way like that, I should say, and I guess he got pent. So he got pent, and they see somebody found them outside. He was already gone, man. Dude was like 65 years old. I think he lived in the area, and he was probably running dedicated for JBX or somebody, Home Depot or ELZ. So, but yeah, so he got killed. Y'all gotta, if that was the case, you gotta set your brakes, and be careful, with your surroundings, man. Make sure you're on level ground if possible, because anything can happen. People ain't, around to see you, getting in and out of your truck, and nobody probably find you till like hours later. I was in Michigan about 6 years ago, and what up, Cash? And it was negative 26 degrees, something like that. And I pulled up in one of Universal's little companies that they bought, or Central, I should say, because Central's a big dog. They bought some company called Lynx or something like that, and I was dropping off some auto parts or something in Detroit, and I come up in the yard, and the yard was crazy, man. Trailers was all like super close, super tight. It was snow packed out there, and when I came through, there was a driver that was well, they got him out. He was driving a Volvo, and he was doing a drop and hook. And he got out. I guess his trailer was too high or something, and he went back there to crank it up. And he was between two trailers, and while he was cranking it up, he forgot to set his brakes on his truck, and the truck rolled back, and either hit the kingpin or bumped the trailer somehow, and kicked it to the side. It pent him in there, so he got pent in there and got killed, man. He froze to death. That's what happened. Negative 26. Nobody saw him. 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody saw him. Yard jockey, finally rolled around. Was like, this truck just like still sitting here with the door open and all that. And the dude was already, he freeze to death in like 5 minutes out there. Negative 26. So I don't want to know what that's like, man. You just standing there, and it's just like, you can't do shit. You probably was screaming. There's a lot of noise out there. Trucks rolling around. Nobody hears you, man. That's a crazy way to go out. So that was crazy. So we had the UPS. Was it UPS or FedEx? It happened this winter with FedEx. I don't know what happened. He got stuck between a trailer, or he fell or something. He froze to death out there. So gotta watch yourself around your trailers doing dropping hooks and checking things out. So, but yeah, Landstar lost the driver yesterday. I forget the dude's name, but he was like 65 years old. So don't know if he was just rushing or what the deal was. Maybe they have a more they will have a more thorough investigation coming up. So we'll find out. Maybe it'll be on Landstar safety meeting. They probably will say what really happened. You know, who knows? So I've been running Florida, Northeast, Midwest, back south. Yeah, we gotta get to the Midwest. I gotta get my trucks out there and run around the Midwest, man. Since you were saying that, because it's just like, I mean, you got the Midwest, a little bit of the West is kind of, I'm just talking about for, the step deck, you know. But I know that reefer should be coming around. It's still like, it's May. This stuff is still like late, delayed or whatever. But I guess like I said, we'll see what happens out here with everything. Cause there's a lot of people, a lot of companies going down, man. You got somebody said some other company went down, William Transport or something. We got Falcon going down. There's a couple other little guys that went down. So actually, one of them that went down, I guess they just said we're done. That's what I was buying a Freightliner from. So, but I changed my mind, so I ain't gonna mess around with that. So there's gonna be a lot of things going on in the near future. A lot of Ritchie Brothers things like that happen. All right, Daniel, we'll holler at you, man. So, Swift on 9, their terminals look like the bar in Star Wars. But yeah, man. Yes, Swift name. Yep, that is true. But Raymond said, yeah, real bad business choice putting your eggs in one basket. Yeah, you gotta be diversified. You gotta be, you gotta be able to do multiple things, man. If they just relied on GM, that's on them, man. That is on them. I mean, you left them drivers out to dry like that. Um, that part sucks too. I mean, Arrow did it. A few companies done it. So somebody already started a lawsuit against them, man. So we'll see what happens there. So, but where everybody at, man? Where everybody doing? What I'm pulling the step deck, man. 10 Unreal Bullies. Yeah, you just subbed to me. What up? I'm pulling a step deck. 10 Fortune. I'm good, man. Just out here rolling around, man. Out. Most of my stuff been out west lately, so we haven't been too far east. Other than Alabama. I think we're in Alabama to Texas. So, but other than that, just been hanging around the west a little bit, man. Gotta switch up on them sometimes. Your phone, I thought your phone was messing up. Excuse me. About to sign on. What you pulling? They're different guys. CB and I'm pulling vans. Got me pulling this stuff. You got El Boogie. You can check them guys out. You can check Gangsta out, Galloway. Just Mario. We have Trucker Storm. Somebody said, because somebody keeps asking me about that. I really never caught on to them, but her, I should say. Trucking with Selena, I guess she's back here. They said she was here and she had left, went somewhere. Travel Loco or something like that. And speaking about these companies and the whole switching around thing, man, because a lot of people just like, yo, I gotta go here, I gotta leave, this and that. They said this. This one said they'll give me a $10,000 bonus. So, and then you probably drive for them all month and don't even make $10,000. So they can say whatever, but it's gonna be pretty much the same out here across the board, man. The way stuff is. I mean, some people got a lot of direct stuff, and some of that stuff will drop, you know, and some of it won't. And some companies got, nothing but all broker loads. So, I mean, you can switch all you want to. It probably ain't gonna get too much better wherever you go to after that, unless you're just pulling like some dedicated type of freight or something like that. Or you live in a good region where there's a good mix of freight. So, if you live in New Mexico and you drive for Landstar and you're trying to get back to New Mexico every week, probably won't work out too good. If you switch to go to another company and think that's gonna happen, it probably still won't work out too good. So, just all depends, man. Gangsters in Ohio. When I think Falcon, I think a double 53. They did pull some stuff like that. They had covered wagons too, and flatbeds, I believe. Flatbed pays more with Landstar, right? Better rates. I don't like Landstar flatbed, because not this. Like I said, it's not like driving for Maverick and TMC and Melton and them guys and Jordan and keep forgetting their damn name. Montgomery, McElroy, and them kind of companies. Because they all, a lot of them, they specialize in beams, lumber, and all that stuff. I mean, Landstar got them loads up there, but a lot of it's brokered from what I be seeing. There's some nice flatbed agents that have some nice flatbed loads, but like I said earlier, a lot of the hey buddy dudes or whatever, just like they can't go get their own customer, man. It seems to be like a headache. There's always a load that they don't have. So, but the step deck, I mean, it's a good mix, but I'm not a fan of the flatbed side. So, that's why you hear people say over here, get that step deck, you better not give it back. Some people be giving them back. When I was doing it, I got my own now, but when I had it, I didn't give it back because it got cold outside. For what? I figured out something else to do. I just ran some power only or whatever. I still come back and run the step deck, and I wasn't giving it back, because if I gave it back and then come spring, now I'm on the waiting list again, waiting for a damn trailer. So that's why I wouldn't give it back. But I got my own now, so I mean, I ain't worried about it, and I still do the same things. Not as much lately, but that's because of the way everything went. As far as the market out here, shoot, like I said, right now I think they're sitting at 30,000, 32,000 loads. Just a while back, a few videos back, I don't know, a month or two ago, I was saying the volume went up, and I was seeing 37, 38,000. Now you low 30s. Like, you're low 30s. But like I said, the numbers are there. You just gotta either be patient, or you gotta connect, so whatever, text messages, emails, or whoever you rock with. So that's gonna become very important right now for a lot of drivers. So I wouldn't say stick to dry van, but I wouldn't say that. I definitely wouldn't say that. I mean, unless you're talking to yeah.
I've seen it might be
give you $1.
Man,
I don't need nothing.
man, thank you. I appreciate it. I've never had to do this. Not many people even want to listen. So, man, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
You have a good one.
Yep.
Thank you.
Now, he probably didn't need no money, but whatever. You know. I almost got in a parking lot recently. Um, gotta watch out for some of these people. Just here, take $1, take 50 cents, poof, be gone. But I would not say that, man. You can talk to other BCOs on their channels. They'll probably tell you some things, you know, because you might live in an area where van freight is good year round. And then you might not live in an area such as Arizona, New Mexico, and, you know, wherever you live, other places, and it sucks. So it might work out for you. It might not work out for you. So, but I would not say that. What up, bad guy? That's some bad news. Yeah, it's bad news when somebody get killed like that, man. But it just depends where you at, you know, as far as the flatbed and the van or whatever in the rates. The fuck? Oh, the fucking radio. Thought somebody's banging on the side of the truck. Um, so yeah, that's what I would say. Talk to different BCOs and see what they got to say, man. I wouldn't just like. I'm not gonna tell somebody go flatbed, go step deck, go van, you know, because you live in different regions and you know it's case by case. Just like people ask about tarps, you know, I got tarps. I hardly tarp, but when I got to, I got to. So you live in Indy. I mean, you're in the middle of the map, so I mean, you should do all right with a van running up in those areas. Um, you should do all right. Uh, if you get a step deck or a step deck or a van, like I said, I'm not a flatbed fan. I mean, I got one, but I ain't, you know, it's Landstars, but I ain't a fan of it. So, Vance is whack. Look at him, kind of Stoker boy over there. Vance is whack. Yeah, so Indy's straight, man. That you know, there's different things going on in there. You know, Indy, Ohio, Illinois, um, you know, Wisconsin. You hang around like Milwaukee and stuff like that. Um, there's some good freight up there. Um, just gotta find the right agents. Some of it be hazmat, but then there's other things that's going on up there. So, um, but you're in a good area as far as I'm concerned. Let's see if I missed anything, man. Galloway's on here still. I know someone gotta check in for a minute, and then you get ghosts. I will say shout out to all 40 something of y'all that's been swinging through and talking. I see a couple of new faces. So only thing good about Indiana is fishing Gary. I know you said, fuck, he got an alarm on that bitch. Guess he does. Guess he's got an alarm on that. Oh, you there? All right. You said you in Ohio, right? So, hold on. Lee Bear. This will sound too simplistic, but it's true. If you only willing to haul/do what everyone else is hauling for, you're gonna get paid what everyone else is getting paid. Yes, that is true. So, I mean, Okay. Um, yeah, if you're trying to do what everybody else is doing or whatever, you're probably gonna end up just like them. You know, like CB said earlier about that whole thing, because I know people heard me say it, and people always making the argument about the whole 65% thing. Because I be laughing, man. Because I mean, yeah, it's a little rough right now or whatever. It's rough at a lot of places. But I be laughing about the whole thing because I mean, if you're here and you're working here, then you may as well, or at least here, however you want to say it, um, then you need to go figure out how it's done. You need to go talk to somebody that's been here for a minute or whatever, and they'll probably tell you how it's done. But they don't. People don't believe that that Landstar drivers make over 65% and stuff like that. I mean, some people are just so basic that or simple with it that they're never gonna get it. They're always gonna use hypotheticals. They're always gonna come up with these things like, well, $1,000 and 65% of $1,000 is 650. Well, if that's what you believe, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, I guess so, right? Now, I will tell you, the other day, I did have an agent try that on me. See, that's because, and it's messed up because I loaded with them a few times, and that tells you that some dumbass went in there and took a load like that. So now they starting to think like, okay, they can do it to anybody. I told him, I was like, yo, man, I said, I done hauled loads for you before. I ain't never heard this crap where you not putting a few surcharge up in there. I mean, and that's how you gotta do that here. Now, if you're driving somewhere else, like Mag or probably F2F and stuff like that, they're just gonna say 80%, 90% in the story. So that's why everybody get that stuff confused between here and other places. Um, that's how it's done here. If you figure out how to get that done, then you'll do all right. If you got certain connects, you'll be all right. Well, they have like 100 loads in Atlanta, Georgia, like they were showing the DAT. Probably not, because they eliminated a lot of things as far as bad brokers and stuff like that, and the brokers probably won't mess with them. And they probably got direct customers down here, and they probably got lows that they're not even showing on the board. Yeah, I get lows sometimes that don't pop up on the board. So, um, so yeah, it's a different thing. You got your own numbers. There's brokers out there that won't even post a load on the board. They'll just call you. So, um, hey, let me see. Yeah, on my way to Maine. Whoa, on your way to Maine, Maine. I'm gonna give you a telephone number. I'm gonna call you or text you, because you about to get stuck. You might get stuck. But they ain't out of Maine, but they in Massachusetts. So hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully you get a load and get out of there. I think you're gonna get stuck unless you got something already. I don't work for Landstar, but if you're gonna pay me $100 or 20, I'll do the coaching. Oh man, what up, X? Oh, Mass. All right, yeah, I still hit you with that. I still hit you with that. Cause I know I was supposed to give you a couple of them already, um, but I didn't hit you. What happened? You talking about the Landstar? Landstar drivers unloading at Home Depot in Binghamton, New York, or something. Uh, it could have been. It was in Ontario County, New York, wherever that is, somewhere near. I don't even think it's in Binghamton, but he was checking his trailer, checking a tire or something, and I don't know, like the trailer kicked to the side or some crazy mess, and he got crushed between the wheel and something. I was just like, man, it was crazy, man. So, um, He must have been on the side of the wall. It was like the truck was kind of like the video's the wall, and here's the truck. So the truck must have rolled on him or something like that and smashed him. That's what I think happened. So, or he did a drop and hook, and I don't know. He didn't leave his. It sounded like his brakes weren't set. So, but yeah, he got crushed to death out there at the Home Depot store yesterday. So yeah, so Landstar lost one. He was 67 years old. 67, 65 years old. So he had to be one of them long time Landstar dudes. So unless he was driving for somebody. Yeah, man. Some people just can't be reached. You know, you know what, man? I said to myself a couple times, but I be on here, This is what we doing when you out here. You could be doing worse things, But and I sit there sometimes when I'm not on here, and I'm like, what's the fucking point of sitting on here talking, man? Well, yeah, one or two people going to catch it. I get a few phone calls here and there. I get emails. I see people out here, and so there are people that are, they want to know certain things. And then there's some other ones, whatever with them. So, but I did say to myself, I'm like, why, man? Why I'm keep sitting here talking about 65% and this one and that, and what's the point, man? And I don't want to say if you're dumb, but it's just like, forget it. It's like, just stop talking to them, man. Like, I used to be in these Facebook groups and shit, and I used to be going, and normally after somebody say something stupid out of pocket, I'll get them, but I don't do that no more. So I might talk about something here and there, but I don't do that. And it's always about something, driving, arguing about something. So I just don't do it no more. But yeah, there's always somebody trying to prove a point about something. You ain't got to prove nothing to me. I mean, shoot, I'm doing what I'm doing. You go do what you do over there. You want, try to tell me what's going on over here, and you're not even here, or you don't know, but I still go ahead and drop my little info whenever I can. So, yeah, I mean, it is. With the banging your head against the wall with some of them, it's just, but, at the end of the day, you just let them be. Well, I mean, you'll see them saying this and saying that. Well, I've been here almost 4 years. There's other drivers that's been here a year, 2 years. Meanwhile, the same one is still talking that bullshit. You see them later on Facebook saying, well, what's the company I can lease on to other than Landstar, Mercer, and Travel Loco? Like, then you see them 4 months later asking the same damn question again. Then you see them later on. Well, I ain't driving, I ain't doing it no more. I done went local and shit or whatever. All kinds of shit, man. So it's just like, ain't no need to keep arguing with them dudes. I had one trying to be funny one day. Like, you gonna sit here and try to tell me, well, if I ain't making $2,500 minimum, then then the numbers are messed up. Like, whatever, man. If that's all you want to get, then that's all you gonna get. I'm trying to get more than 25, So, and then you see him later on in another trucking group talking about, well, what company can I get on to other than Landstar and this one and that? I'm like, this dude here, man. Like, like really, man? And you over here trying to tell me something about some numbers? It sounds like your numbers is fucked up. I mean, if you gotta keep switching carriers, your numbers are fucked up. or you got too many tickets or some shit or whatever. So I mean, if you're constantly switching carriers like that, I mean, yeah, once in a while there's a couple of shit bags or whatever, truck companies, but when you see somebody doing it like 6, 7 times in a year, I don't think the truck company is a shit bag company. Something wrong with the driver. All right, Justin Ling, Mr. Line from the beginning. I'll catch you tomorrow. Keep me safe out there. All right, man. Blue Oval. Been at Landstar long enough to know how things here work. It's them guys that's been, yeah, man. It's them guys that been 2 months. They want to get a little Lone Mountain truck or whatever, and they think they know what's up, and well, it ain't working, you know. Sometimes I sit there, like I said in the last video. I think sometimes it's like, but it is what it is. What I'm gonna do? Go call. I don't know. Go call somebody else and go on there, and then I mean I know better because I'm not gonna go fill out somewhere else, and maybe Mercer, uh, Mag, something like that. Well, I know I can go get my hands on some freight, but I'm not just gonna go jump on Craigslist and go find some damn truck company for the most part, and don't know nothing about them. You know, I'm not gonna do that. So, but I got two other options that I can deal with. If I ever had to like leave or get the lease canceled, stuff like that. So I ain't worried about it if it came down to stuff like that. But a lot of guys don't make it because they want to pick up and they want to leave Phoenix, they want to go to Dallas, then they want to come back, and then they find out the numbers ain't adding up. Then they go, well, the rates are trash. You only do one direction, so you don't live in an area where the loads is banging or they decent or whatever all the time. So if that's what you want to do, run from Phoenix to Dallas and back, well, you probably gonna lose. So you want to run from Phoenix to Salt Lake City and try to come back, you're probably gonna lose. So you want to run from Dallas to Tampa and back, you're probably gonna lose. So it's just certain things people you need to know when you're running around out here, man. For certain companies, some companies you got like this one right here, Heartland Express. Well, I mean, they just gonna give you a load. I don't want to say JB Hunt because guys pick loads over there, but you got a Heartland Express, they gonna give you a load. Creek gonna give you a load. They got a dispatcher, somebody gonna give you a load. A couple of these other ones, Prime, they're gonna give you a load. I mean, you can say no to them. Some of these companies, you pick 2, 3 loads from 3 loads off the board or whatever, off the Qualcomm. So they all got different stuff, man, different formulas. Just like I was talking about that leasing thing, because it happened to be the other day, yesterday, whatever it was, it popped up on my thing. Hey, you trying to do it and it don't work. You go over here. It's different company, different formulas, same results. That's pretty much what it is. Those guys have a list on the Walmart receipt with places they won't go. Oh yeah, I had a driver reach out to me one time, and this dude basically eliminated like 80% of the map. He lived in New Mexico. I said, first of all, you live in New Mexico, and then you're gonna sit here and tell me you don't run up there on I-80 and Chicago and this one, and I don't do the East Coast. Well, fuck you run at then? Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. So, you know, damn lemon seed. Um, so nah, I can't mess with you, man. When you do that. Um, like I said, some people don't know how freight moves, man. We was talking about this earlier today. Produce is kicking off down there. It goes from Florida. Its freight goes up. It moves up to the Carolinas and everything. You get in certain areas with van freight or whatever, or any type of freight. You get past Virginia, you get to Baltimore. And it seems like a lot of the freight just keeps going to the Northeast from out of there. I mean, some of it goes south. I mean, you see people sitting up there in Jersey trying to come back south with a load. They know everybody want to run back down south. That's why they give you the cheap ass damn rates to go back down south. You might see one or two loads go back down there, but people don't understand that. So you might have to just say screw it and run out to Ohio or something and come back. But some guys will run up and come back empty. So was where Jay-Z come from in Brooklyn. Hold on. Roscoe Childs. That's what you from out there in Brooklyn, Marcy? Is that what you saying? I'm from Bed-Stuy, Halsey Street. You see, cash is king. Invest in the bulletproof vest. Go to Chicago. Reefer freight. Hey, long time ago, before Mag, or while I was at Mag, I don't know. I was about to jump into that reefer freight out there, take my joint out there, and it was before Mag. A lot of LTL stuff was popping for that reefer out there, man. Coming back to Carolinas. I mean, it was paying big money to come back, and I just never did it. So, but yeah, if you can get up in there, they got some freight popping up in there though. But a lot of cats don't like going up in there, so. This is Quentin Grimes, what's happening? Does Landstar have good van freight in Georgia? Pretty good question. I would not go too far down south into Georgia. I don't know if you live in Georgia, I wouldn't go too far. If you live in Georgia, I wouldn't be trying to run just Georgia and Florida all the time. I mean, unless there's some kind of connect there, I wouldn't be trying to run 2 states or 3 states. You gotta kind of like stretch it out a little bit sometimes until eventually you might find something that's popping, But as for the Georgia, there are something. I haven't pulled a van consistently for Landstar for a while, but there was some freight down there, and then a couple of videos I had said, "Yo, van freight is trash down there," But you guys stay like Atlanta, North, whatever. See, the problem with Georgia is a lot of the freight just goes back to Florida. So it's like, it just goes back to Florida. And it's like so annoying. And I got the step that got come over there. I hardly see any loads really coming out of there going anywhere. I think one time I took a load to Cali. That was a couple of years ago. Oh no, I really don't get much of anything out of Georgia. Savannah, we over there. I think I did Warner Robins a couple of times, but that's step deck. So, and usually it's either containers or government freight. But van freight in Georgia, we got some Home Depot stuff going on down there. They used to do Toys R Us down there before they folded up. And they ran down to Florida and Alabama and stuff. Some Home Depot with ELZ, if they still do it. Haven't talked to them in a long time. Just a couple of things, little hazmats and stuff like that. So, what up, Bo? So, depends on what you're trying to do, Quentin. As far as running in Georgia, because I know last time I checked, it was kind of like funny. Now, JBX runs loads out of Tennessee to Georgia for Kroger. Got a few stops on them, so pay pretty good. You can keep the trailer or you come back. So you gotta reach out to Trent on that. Um, so, cause I ran those for him a few times. 2 pick 3 drop Chicago to South Carolina. You probably getting like $4,000 right now on that. And I think I'm being low. Oh, you from Detroit? Michigan's kind of weird too, but there's freight around there though. It's kind of weird, depending where you at in Michigan. But I mean, yeah, I run that whole little Midwest right there: Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio. You should do alright over there. Some drop and hook freight and stuff in that area, whirlpools and stuff like that. Don't forget about Kubota down. Yeah, you got Kubota for right next to the yard in Freightliner down there. But they don't be paying that good, man. But I did get one time that was alright. Light ass tractors. Damn tractors ain't got no damn anchor points on them. You just gotta like, I don't know how they build a tractor like that, or tractors, and there's nowhere to like, actually like hook into them or whatever. But you figure out something. So yeah, you get certain loads. Now I know they put them in vans too, but if you pull on the deck, you will run into some loads. You're gonna be looking at it like, what the fuck? There's nowhere to tie this joint down now or whatever. And you have to figure that one out, man. I mean, regular load, oversized load. You have to figure it out. So. Some of these guys hop around like the Easter Bunny, man. Some of them don't care, I mean, some of them will make up excuses and all kinds of stuff. But I mean, you can see them, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, you can tell, no, motherfucker, you the problem, man. like, yeah, ain't no way in hell, some of the shit you see on the internet with drivers, it's just like really, bro? Like, come on, man. Again. So, you see them all over the place, man. Have I had a few companies? But yeah, but nah, I didn't switch truck companies every fucking like month and shit or whatever, and come up with some bullshit, thinking it was gonna be better over here because they got, they pay 2 cents a mile more, or because they got Peterbilts instead of Freightliners, or because they run 80 miles an hour and shit, or they'll say, well, we get home every weekend, but then you figure out, well, I ain't making no money and shit. Like, so, I don't know, man. Or just because you're just a flat out dumbass doing dumbass shit. So, there's a lot of them out there, man. Yeah, Landstar, there's a lot of them. Landstar wouldn't hire their ass. They wouldn't even let their ass in the building, man. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not going to say Landstar is the greatest people ever, but there's a lot of drivers that do that type of shit. They're not letting them in the building, I mean, I'm looking at some of them that, try to come through, man, well, we can't even stay 9 jobs in like 2 years. Like, you already know what's going to happen if he come with you. He out the building. So, some of them just can't take serious, man, out here. That's it. That's the bottom line. So I got an 18 Cascadia, gave them the truck back. Man, it really pissed them off. So I let them and came to Landstar. Oh. Yeah. The lease purchase is a joke, man. Some of these places, yeah, a lot of these places, they are a joke. Some of them, they're alright, but there ain't that many of them that are alright. And if it is alright, you the driver, all right? Do you have a business mindset, or you still operating like a damn company driver in the damn thing? You just got it because you can say yes or no to loads, or you can. Oh, I could do what I want anytime I want to. I mean, there's all kinds of drivers out there, that fit in them categories. So, um, we can go on that damn topic all damn night. Find out the lease purchase the hard way. Yeah, some of these companies, truck companies, with their deals, and there's some of these outside places out there that give you a bad deal too. But you gotta watch them, man, because they control the loads and all that. They give you whatever they want to give you, run you whatever. You start saying no to a lot of stuff, then they'll put you in the back burner. Um, so like when I was with Great Wide, and I was with Great Wide for 3 years, man. And I ran hard and everything. I bought the truck. It had 480,000 miles on it. That's the one, the red one. It was white back then. And I had bought another truck. So that's when I officially did the mag thing. Um, with a driver. And I took some time off. I was doing some stuff, and then it turned into a shit show. Then I gave him the money. I said, "Here's the money," because they take out your check every week. And so I was in the hole. When I came back, I wasn't tripping. I was like, "Yo," I said, "Yo, you can get the whole check. I ain't worried about it, man." And I'm like, so, well, the leasing company, even though it wasn't Great Wide's company, it was kind of like a quality thing. It was better than quality, actually. They just didn't have as many trucks. Um, but we just gonna take it. I was like, you talking like some like, I don't know, Godzilla shit. I really don't give a shit. I already told, just go ahead and get it. I'm not worried about it. And later, then a few weeks later or whatever, something came up, and it was the second time I ever really went home and stayed home for a long period of time because I usually don't do that when I was there. And I was there for a minute, and then something ended up happening with the driver at Mag, and so we had a problem, and I had to go recover the truck, um, and then they came behind me and tried to like tow the truck. Well, the truck I had at Great White, they tried to tow the truck from my house, and I was just like, these people, man. So they done went back and told Great White to cancel my lease so they can take the truck. They told them to cancel the lease so they can take my truck. You hear me? They told them to cancel the lease. Great White canceled the lease. Oh, they pissed me smooth the fuck off, man. Because right when I went home, I was talking to Great White about, this is when they were trying to put the ELDs in our trucks. And I had a little bit more time before they put one in mine. And they canceled the lease. So then we got to a little back and forth thing about it, and it was like, well, when you pay your truck note back or whatever, you can lease back on. Fuck you, I ain't leasing back on. You should have never did that to me in the first place. I've been here 3 years. I said I only did this twice, so I'm just like, I think I had like 8 months left on the truck anyway. So sure enough, my wife made him put the truck down or whatever. However she did it, but they put the truck down because I wasn't there, and I gave him the money over the phone or whatever it was, and then so then the boys called back and they like, well, yeah, this and that, if the record comes back and gets the truck, there's nothing we can do. I said, yeah, okay. So I moved the truck. So because my plan was I was gonna buy that truck out, so I did buy that truck out, which I still have it today. So I think I owe like, I don't know, 18, 19,000, some crap like that, balloon payment and all that. 8 more months of payments and stuff. And I end up talking that crap down because I knew I was in a winning situation anyway. Truck had almost 800,000. I'm like, y'all not leasing it to nobody. I'm like, what you gonna do? Send it to Richie Brothers and then wait for it to be bought for like 10, 15,000. Told him, I said, yo, here's 10 now. We end up doing it for 12. We got it done. I took the truck from him. So yeah, ain't no telling, man, what happened to you in one of those deals. You know, I got fucked by FFE too. Uh, in a deal. I had an escrow account, $7 grand. They said I owed them $700. They just made up shit. It was over a deal with me and the police in New Jersey. They lied on me and shit. And it is what it is. They took the damn truck, they towed it, they put it in Maryland, and I don't know how you got it from New Jersey and dumped it in Maryland. When the FFE had a yard down the street, but I mean, this is a long time ago, but and I was almost done with that truck at the time, and JB Hunt with his snub nose. These little snub nose Freightliners, JB Hunt Prime, like little shopping carts and shit. Anyway, but they had the truck in Maryland in Elkton at the Petro. Instead of taking it to Paulsboro behind the TA, because they had a terminal back there, and so it got towed down there. No, it got towed somewhere in New Jersey, I think, like up the street. Then it got towed. FFE told them to tow it to fucking Maryland. They towed it to Maryland. Now, see, this is where they start playing with your money, right? I don't even know where the truck is because they locked my ass up. And then they made sure I didn't bail out. They took my money too. So there they trumped up some charges on me and everything, man. So I finally got out. They basically held me in there for 3 days. They did it on purpose. And then I got out with no bail, so they all ordered my ass and got me out because they was laughing about it. They was like, what the fuck did he do to get this shit? I was like, I didn't do shit, So, but anyway, that's, another part of the story. But FFE really, this was before the KLM shit. They really pulled some bullshit. They really had some dirty shit going on at FFE. A couple boys got locked up over there with some fuck shit that was going on. And so they took my truck. I had to go to Maryland. They wouldn't let me in the truck. I'm like, yo, I need to get my stuff, man. I got a rental car and everything going to North Carolina. I finally got it. And then went to North Carolina. I got my 45-day, settlement. So I owed them $700. I was like, wow. How you go from like 7,000 something to me owing you 700? And I'm sitting there looking at it. It's like I got to pay for some driver's bus fare, another driver's bus fare. They moved the truck over here. I had to pay for his cab. I had to pay for this dude's cab. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? I'm like, they really like stuck it to my ass. And they, well, you owe $700. So eat a $700 dick because I ain't paying you nothing. There's enough of y'all up there to break that bread. Because I don't know how I owed you $700 out of $7,000 on a truck where there was nothing wrong with it. I mean, I kept it up. It wasn't beat up or nothing like that. So, and they knew I was about to leave with that truck too. So that's why, fuck them. But some of these programs ain't shit, man. They'll run you and you get towards the end, they'll starve you out. So some of them are straight, So just depends, You got stupid ass places out there like that's not their name no more. American Equipment Leasing. Well, they're gone. They used to be in Charlotte and a couple of Memphis. What's that other one? America United Truck Group. Them motherfuckers over there, they ain't about shit. What they call truck showroom or whatever they are in Gulfport. They ain't about shit as far as I'm concerned. Then you got a couple others, some of them down there in fucking Florida. They ain't about shit either. So I done seen a lot of them out there, man. So just Just depends, man. Mr. Columbia Glider Dave, what's happening, man? I mean, you got the thing that some of y'all think is new. It's not. It's just that truck companies. I don't know. I talked about it in my last video, but now you see drivers out here trying to put, like what's that dude name over there with the Stevens truck, uh, D-Rod, something like that. So they're doing that now over there with that. And a couple other things they're out there doing now that that they wouldn't shit. At one point they wouldn't even let a motherfucker do that type of shit. They're like, nah, that ain't happening. But then again, back then, well, of course, you probably get away with it better when the truck is like $400 a week. So when it's like 900, 1,000, and they have at it. You think these purchases are a joke? Some of them, a lot of them are. Some of them, I really ain't seen too many good ones. So we haven't seen too many good ones. Yeah, there's probably like a handful of them out there. Did it at rail? You think Snyder ops get rates better than Landstar? That depends on how you look at it, man. I've seen a lot of Landstar drivers do it too. What's crazy about watching a Snyder driver put up their settlement is that a lot of them, when they put it up, they all getting like this. It's like the same number. It was always the same, and it looks kind of weird because you can't tell if they actually what they actually did that week. You couldn't tell if some of that was bonus money from like recruiting or where the fuck that came from for the most part. So because they like crop certain shit out, so it's just like you couldn't really tell. And then again, their deal is their shit is already cut out, so you don't even know the rate for real. But drivers will just say, as long as I can get what I can get, that's it. But I got news for you though, because when I was at FFE, they make you fucking mad. And I think I said it before. You might be hauling a load for Snyder or whoever that does that type of stuff, and then one day, it might not happen, but it happened to me at FFE. They might accidentally send you a rate con that they shouldn't have sent you, right? And then you pulling the load for like $1.60, $1.70, and then you find out it pay $4, $5. So I mean, yeah, it's happened. That's why I don't like those type of joints because because in your mind you probably thinking like, well, I can get like all right, $2, and then they cut or whatever. I'm fine, but then you really go back and look at it, man, these bitches really was killing this joint, man. Like, so that's why I really don't like some of those, even. I mean, I got on FFE ass about that. So, but Snyder, I mean, Landstar, I think got like 14,000, 15,000 trailers. That's it, as far as vans go. Maybe a little more. And the agents kind of control a lot of them now. A lot of us got our own trailers, like me. Yeah, it's good to have my own trailer, 53 footer, and all that other stuff I got on it. Some guys got their own van to get that percentage, because they might be running for a certain agent. They do the same loads all the time. That's when it's good for you, because you and the agent work together and do the same stuff all the time. But other guys just go chase loads and run all over the place. So yeah, I mean, it works for them too. But I guess it varies, at the end of the day, But I just don't like how theirs look, I mean, other than they go on the board and they click, 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 Landstar drivers, some of them came from there, came here, some left here and went there, and they do that board, looking around the board all the damn time, So most of the time I can't relate to the board, man, I mean, you know, I got one truck right now. I gotta look on the board because it's just like a that flatbed shit is retarded. But but I don't know, man. I mean, you can probably get a Snyder driver make 200,000 and a Landstar driver make 200,000. It depends on how they did it, you know. Cause I used to see drivers over there talking about, well, yeah, I got $3,000 this week, $3,000 every week. Then you find, well, yeah, you ran like 3,200 miles or whatever it was. You know, I mean, still, I mean, yeah, at the end of the week, if you check clear, it's still alright. But you know, still pretty good. But I've seen some outrageous ones like um, leaving Georgia, go to Florida, deadhead all the way back up to Georgia, go back to Florida, leave Florida, go back up to Georgia, run over to Alabama, run up to damn Tennessee, take it back to Florida, deadhead back. I don't know about all that, but yeah, but it's something I have seen guys over there do that. There's guys here that do that. So, you know, shit, there's guys with their own numbers that do that. Compliance team, Landstar.com. Yeah, my truck got it. One of my trucks got stopped yesterday by DOT, and they got an inspection. And I'm looking at this truck. Hopefully, it doesn't clip my shirt. He's good. Got a roadside clean, so you try to keep it clean, man. For the most part, don't get caught up with them out there. So he had a roadside. I just got an email. Landstar seen some emails about rankings or whatever. Actually, Landstar, if you got multiple trucks, you know, you get this. I mean, even if you got one truck, you get to see it. Like, it's kind of like as if you got your own numbers, but you don't. But it's a CSA snapshot, and it breaks down just like how it would, you know, as if, you know, kind of like you had your own authority. It's just Landstar's layout of it, but it's still the same points and all that stuff. So I haven't had too many issues as far as, you know, that goes. I mean, I had an incident in California, yeah, California, but that was in a New Mexico incident, but that was a challenge. So that's gone. There was a yeah, in that California deal, but in Banning, you know, them motherfuckers in Banning just make up shit, man. So I know a couple people probably follow me and seen the Banning video. There are other drivers that got hit. There's a Landstar driver named Nomad Chad got hit. It sounds just like how it's the same thing that happened to me. It's like, man, they all in there, they checking everything out, everything good, and all of a sudden, like magically, you came up with something. Just so happened to be Joe Blow's mobile mechanic is over there in the parking lot, and just going over there, and this is why I get in the argument with on this one video. I think it's got like 200 something thousand views. You know, I walk inside the office and they're like, but they just like automatically know. They're like, oh yeah, you got a pitman on problem? Well, there's a stack of them right there on the side of you. You can go get that. Come on, man, that's stage shit, man. I mean, you just gonna say, well, there they go right there. You can go get them, but there's nothing else around. There's no brakes. There's no, you know, I don't know. They're pretty staged at the banning scale. So, I mean, when you make a shirt, when there's a shirt out there saying I survived banning, when there's stories out there saying the feds shut their ass down, and old heads, you know, older than me is out there saying this shit, and like, you know, then you know it's for real. So, I mean, then you got other drivers and other Landstar drivers saying that something like that. He don't even know me from shit, you know. I just happened to see his video, only because I guess he was with L Boogie on an interview. He said the same thing, man. It's just like, it's crazy. So, you gotta watch out for him, man. But back to that Snyder Landstar thing. It just depends, man. I guess I know them trucks too damn much. That's all I'm gonna tell you right now. Them trucks too much over there, man. It is what it is. I don't care how you try to put it this and that and put all this in it and like, look, the truck too damn much, man. Like, it's just too much. Some people say, well, it's about the same as financing. No, because if one of them went in the bank and I went in the bank and say, it ain't going to be the same. Trust me, it's not going to be the same. Now, you might try that with somebody else, you know. I mean, there's a reason why you got the truck from them. You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why you're not at Freightliner or whatever getting the truck, or Peterbilt getting the truck. You know, there's a reason why you went through an actual third party to get the truck. Um, so yeah, so um, yes, that is I mean, it's Snyder shit, but it's whatever, and whatever other third parties from other companies or whatever out there that does those things. I mean, there's pretty much a reason why you know you're doing that. So I mean, because a lot of them say that shit, and they're like, all right, so let's go down here and really sign some paperwork and see what happens. Then I'm like, I ain't even talking about just loans or whatever. So but they do that comparison a lot. I stopped doing it, stopped talking about it, because when you find out at the end of the day, a lot of them ain't even the ones that were talking shit. They're not even fucking there no more. They either lost it or they're somewhere else, whatever. I mean, some of them did take their rides and leave, and came here and went to other places. So, um, but like I said, it varies. Every driver is different at each one of these places. So I don't know. Everybody's got good drivers. Everybody got bad drivers, smart drivers, dumb drivers, drivers that stay in the hole, drivers that's always breaking down. So you know, drivers is always lying and shit. CRN paying $37 million. Yeah, CRN gonna stay in a lawsuit, man. My wife was in a lawsuit. Well, she could have been part of a lawsuit with him. She was a driver for CR England for a short period of time. But England staying something, whether it was in training. See, that they got that one nobody knows about. Got swept under the rug because they had the bullshit trainers, the the road testers, and it got swept under the rug. So a lot of y'all don't know that, because that happened like in 03, 04, something like that, and they swept that under the rug. You can't even Google that. But they was out here passing out like $200 so people could go back and take the test and all that again. So what if they fail, fool? Like, that doesn't mean you taught them right in class. So it's companies like England pushing people through. Now you got the triple bunk truck. You just trying anything to get people through, huh? It's just like you can have people in the triple bunk truck and only like one of them or two of them, and they ain't even doing all the hours of getting the proper training. And they come out and be like Aguilera running down a damn mountain or whatever. It's a little whatever. But England stay in something, man. They stay in something. England, sometimes Swift. Don't be about the main two. They dumbass leases or whatever. All the time. East Purchase is not a safe bet. For the I'm gonna say for the majority, risk reward is not good for a driver lease purchase companies. Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy because you got people that lease with these carriers and get these carriers, and they do it to make, not all of them, but do it to make $1,500, man. Like, I'm not really trying to count your money, but it's just like, you lease this shit when your truck payment and shit is almost the same as your damn check, or all your regular little fixed costs and shit is about the same as your check. I think we got a problem here, man. We got a fucking problem. But hey, whatever, man. So I guess that's the only way you can get one or whatever. Is hopefully you make it. That's all you can say to them. But unfortunately, there's a big number out there that don't make it. So, and yeah, the company has a lot of control. You know, It is what it is. That's where they come with the glorified company driver term from. Um, for a lot of people, um, you know, there's a whole bunch of things out there you can talk about when it comes down to that. The Swift by Central refrigeration years ago. Hold on, I jumped over one. Columbia glider. In this market, people won't show numbers. um, I don't even show numbers. I just do what I do, and y'all see me do what I do. Do I have bad weeks? Yeah, you know. But what the hell's this guy doing? Um, but yeah, in this market, yeah, some people won't show them. They'll show them when it's all gravy and shit, and they won't show them later and shit when because you know what it is out here right now. The Swift buyout Central Refrigeration, man, that was already Swift's company from the get go. 2001, 2002. Uh, they took over MS Carriers. Wife sold that, and then Central used to be Dick Simon, and Simon owed them money, and Swift was just like, all right, you can't pay us. They did it right after the MS Carrier deal. That's where that came from. Then overnight, because I guess they was like, yo, they can't do this, whatever, monopolizing all this bull crap. Then all of a sudden, overnight, these black FLDs with the skunks on them disappeared. Then you start seeing these black Columbias and white Columbias that they had, and then Central Refrigeration was born. And then it kind of like it didn't disappear. It wasn't in his name. It wasn't under them no more. So then I guess a daughter or somebody had it, and then just a few years ago, they bought them. They bought them, you know. So that's how Swift been playing games for years. They bought after MS Carriers, they bought Merit for 1 billion. That was a refrigerated company. Kind of like I don't know. Merit was like an LTL type refrigerated company or something like that. I forget, but they bought them for 1 billion. Like, where are they getting this money from? Well, I guess the Mormon Church and all that. So you're smart to run platform. Uh, hey, I be wanting to do some of that stuff you be doing sometimes with the trade shows and stuff. Um, all right, Raymond, man, I'm about to kill it here in a few minutes, I guess. I mean, shit, y'all staying strong though this time. I mean, I guess I picked the right time of day. Joe, bro, it's true. I got a ticket out there and ban. Oh yeah, I know the banning shit is real. I mean, but some people tell you to just scale that. No, man. Banning's with the fuckery. Even that other one down there by Thousand Oaks, they be with the fuckery too. So, but like I said, when you got a T-shirt made after and people make T-shirts, I mean, you already know there's some fuckery. When I pulled up in there a few weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, um, with that damn load, uh, I was waiting for them to pull my ass around back because it was overweight, but I got the permit, so I was waiting for them to pull me over there. I was like, watch them start the bullshit, and this time I'm gonna record y'all ass if y'all pull the bullshit. But they let me ride on. I guess he had his head down or something. Roosevelt Cash, what's up with you? DL, what's up? Yeah, you build your credit, man. You know, you gotta be disciplined with that. So you don't want to do too much. Have your debt to income ratio looking all retarded and shit. You know, but eventually once you get yourself, build up, established, and all that, hey, it's all good from there. As long as you don't like repos, don't get no repos. It's hard to get a truck if you have a repo. Uh, you can get one from certain places, but it'd be a little tough. There's some places out there that'll let you live, you know. They might smack you with the highest interest rate and all that, but you know, and they'll try to make you do it on a short term, make you pay it off fast as hell. Uh, was it one of them out there like a Go Capital. I don't know if they deal with repos, but there are, I guess there's some places out there. Uh, I don't really look into it because I'm not in that scenario, but no, but yeah, there are places out there that will work with you. You might have to Google that and see banks that or whatever or leases that work with truckers that had a repo or whatever. So, what up, Antonio? But yeah, you gotta build that. A lot of guys been leasing Swift lately. Well, they've been leasing for them for a minute. They've been doing it. Like I said, I go back to 2005. That's when everybody just said, there was some things that happened, some events that was going on, and these truck companies started downsizing the fleets. Then they started making everybody lease, you know, and stuff like that. That's why Swift and them get caught up in the shit. England get caught up in the shit, So they, I go back to 2005 when they really started making. I ain't gonna start making because everybody I want to lease and I want to do this and I want to do. Like, all right, well, fine, yeah, you can lease. We're gonna bump the payments up on them, you know. We're gonna start adding other little things to it and stuff, Um, you can pick a new truck, you can pick a used truck or whatever. So yeah, back in 2005, a lot of these companies like took their company truck, like JB Hunt was one. You used to see a JB Hunt regular track, and I know DCS and all that. That's right when the old man died anyway, and you used to see a JB Hunt tractor everywhere over the road, and then all of a sudden they just started disappearing. Then they went down to like the DCS stuff and the intermodal stuff. Then you started seeing all these stuff. It was already on the trains, but they was like really, really on the trains. Now it's just like you couldn't even go west with JB Hunt in a truck. They dead you at like I-35. You're not going anywhere in the JB Hunt tractor over the road. They had a couple of things out there you can do lease purchase, but it's it was just trash, man. So, but a lot of companies downsized and put them trucks out there, started doing the leases, US Express and all of them. Um, One already had a lease thing going or some kind of lease finance thing, and if you left, they stuck your ass with it, I think. So, a lot of them companies then, before that, they was paying 85 cents a mile, man. Lease damn trucks, man. 80 cents a mile, 82 cents a mile. But fuel was $1.25 a gallon too. So, but and then with their discounts, they probably was getting it like 90 something cents a gallon. But so there's a whole lot of shit that was going on that changed up from then to now. So, and what's being done now ain't no different than what's almost being done back then for the most part. Anyway, other than it's just higher truck notes and more people are not completing leases at this point in time. As far as I'm concerned, from what I see, but they'll give you one. You can have it. Swift almost got shut down in 2000 because of unlicensed illegal. I heard about them with their illegals. Yeah, somewhere in the mid 2000s, I think they had a problem with that. Something with illegals that they had driving for them. Hear about Landstar driver getting killed at the Home Depot. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, man. You just helped me kill 100 miles. Shoot. No problem, man. Jason, hey, buddy. What's up, guy? What's up, man? What you think about getting my own trailer with Landstar? What kind of trailer, Mark? Um, yeah, the Home Depot. Yeah, I heard about the Home Depot incident, man. It's crazy, man. So it popped up on my joint this morning. A lot of people at Landstar didn't even know about it. They was like, damn. Well, Landstar safety and all of them know about it, but drivers are just like, damn. Heard those old JB Hunt lease purchase trucks uh, was one of the better ones. I don't know. I mean, that's some freight line. Like, you see a lot of people. Yeah, you see a lot of people. You can tell. Somebody bought one from somewhere. You can tell. Like, yeah, that's old JB. That's old Warner, and this and that. You can tell. There are certain fleets, their trucks you can just buy, and there's some you just don't touch them. Best drive van rates right now. You got me on that. You might have to ask CB one of them. Because recently, I mean, I was playing with it for a little bit and looking around, just seeing, but it ain't. I don't know. So it was only for a short period of time. But CB and them probably know more about it. Storm and them probably know a little bit. You know, but if you're running in the Midwest, I will. It's always the Midwest. So uh, that's the strongest area in the country for the most part. I mean, we got drivers going to places now that they probably wouldn't even go to. Uh, so yeah, it's crazy out here right now. Um, like I said, you got too many trucks here, too many trucks everywhere, and people always say, argue back and forth about the shortage thing. It's like, no, they're not talking about companies like Landstar. They're not talking about Landstar. They're not talking about Mercer. Universal, Mag, all those owner operators. They're talking about Swift. They're talking about Warner and them or whatever. I mean, they always had a lot of trucks. They're never gonna fill all their trucks, so that's out the window. But you got things like that going on, and Donald and his mess with Mexico and China, and you know, and then you got, like I said one time before, you got some brokers that really gonna stick it to y'all ass, man. You gotta, like, when you're making that money, man, just shut up and keep it moving, man. Don't be on the, internet all the time, flashing and shit. Oh shit, I got a lot of money now, and you fucking killing these brokers and shit. Fuck them bitches, cause they gonna remember that shit. Some of them, and they ain't gotta say a word. They ain't gotta come on Facebook and say we killing them bitches. We giving them bitches $1.40. They just gonna do it. Like X did. Was it X? Yeah, had a load, and it happens here. They give you the damn load for a price, and all of a sudden somebody else come in there. They gave it to them for like $100, $200 cheaper, man. So they don't care, man. It's kind of like just do your thing, shut your mouth, keep it moving, man. I mean, you don't really see me doing a lot of that shit. Running around. I don't really say nothing about no numbers. I'm not gonna sit there and go and give them. There's people that do it all the time. Oh, Heartland trash, man. Yeah. You got a 2020 Great Dane. Let me go back to, what was the question? You got a 2020 Great Dane. I'm just looking at something real quick. Drive van. You got a 2020 Great Dane. That's you saying, Mark. I mean, I know a couple of guys that had got some trailers, like Ricards had got one. I mean, you do all right with it. I mean, get some logistics stuff, get some blankets. Cause I'm gonna be glad that Dave would probably tell you. Cause you get the blankets. Make sure you got about like shit 30 ratchets, 40, 50 ratchet straps. If you got a van with the logistic post. Buying from Tri-City, buying from Tarp Stop in Gary, and that's the cheapest. You're gonna find them for like $10 and stuff. Don't buy them at the truck stop. They're gonna smoke you every time. So get some pads. You can find them on OfferUp for dirt cheap. You can get a whole damn box of them for nothing, man. But But yeah, Heartland to me is trash. So I ain't, whatever with Heartland. Um, I said what I had to say about them folks over there. I know I'm blocked on Facebook by them, so I ain't worried about Heartland Express. They trash. When the Salt Lake and got you went to Salt Lake and got out, you still with Landstar? Yeah, I'm still here. I've been here damn near 4 years. Um, that's what you respect. Once you get your own trailer, say bye bye to dropping hooks. Yeah, I mean, you gotta say on a van, yes. Us flatbed step decks, we don't do dropping hooks unless we just go grab a van and do something for somebody on power only. So that's why it's different here versus you know Maverick, TMC, and all them other places because they drop a hook trailers all the time for flatbeds. I'm saying, Prime and them. We don't drop no hook trailers on the flatbed side. But on the van side, yeah, you can say goodbye to that unless you're doing a power only for FedEx and things like that. But if you got some consistent freight, you got an agent you like working with all the time, and they keep you loaded and rolling, then you shouldn't have a problem. So, shouldn't have a problem. I mean, I really haven't had a problem with my trailers anyway. Other than like the volume dropping just a little slow uh, here and there. But other than that, now I mean, I still get loads. I still get freight. Still get good loads. Actually, the extra 2 feet and the ramps and the shorter on the height, it's got me some loads that I wouldn't have got with a 51 or 48. So I will tell you that. Then getting your own trailer at Landstar. That's what's up. You get your own trailer. I mean, El Cap will work with you if you want to go your own route and get your own trailer. I mean, guys like myself can tell you, Ricards tell you. I think Columbia Glider got his own trailer. A couple other people got their own trailer. Um, so some of us got brand new trailers. Some of us got used trailers. You're talking about 2020, so you on the new side. I mean, it's a good thing. Might be able to buy a new Falcon trailer. Might be able to get a Falcon trailer. So check it. Look out for that at Ritchie Brothers. Why not run under my own authority? Why not? Because of being here. I don't even need to, really. But then sometimes I think about it. It's like I'm like, there are other, like I was saying in the videos, there are other things I can do out there. So I'm stuck on this right now. But that is on the table actually. I've been getting a lot of phone calls because a lot of people think they think I could just go get it and everybody could just like lease on under me. That's not how it's gonna work. That's not how it will work. So I had a bunch of phone calls about that. So that's not how it would work. But there's some things I've been trying to do, and when I have the time to do it, to put that together and make it go, so that way I won't have too many setbacks. I mean, I can throw the money on it and get it going, but yeah, it's just certain things I don't want to have problems with out there and lining up things. Like I want to figure out certain things in Arizona, and see what's going on out there. I mean, I got the steps. I can do the steps. I mean, I can buy a reefer. So I'm not interested in a dry van. So I don't like it. I don't think I'll mess with too much dry van stuff. So I want to make sure I got some things lined up. Like when I was in North Carolina, at one point I was gonna do it, but then Mag came along. So I was like, all right, I can basically do the same thing as I do with my own numbers and stuff. Just do it under y'all, and y'all do all the paperwork or whatever. So that was good until something went south. So that's the only drawback to that, the setback, I should say. Uh, so if something happens, yeah, you're kind of like, well, go to the next place. Um, but I've been here 4 years, so it's kind of like, I haven't had nothing where it was like, all right, one more time or whatever, your ass is out of here. Whatever, you see me on here popping off acting crazy about certain stuff, not too much, but um, I mean, I've had too many issues. Uh, Other than the hey buddy stuff. But the authority thing, I ain't gonna talk too much about it on here. Uh, but it's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. I'll tell you that much. It's cooking. Um, so I just don't want to have nothing. If I get going or whatever, I don't want to have nothing interfering with these folks or whatever. So, because then you don't want to cause no issues there, and if you ever have to, deal with them, if you make that move, you don't want to be on the shit list. It's not. I mean, they're not the only people afraid, but you don't want to get on those shit lists for no reason. 'Cause I know some guys that got on their shit list that are friends of mine, and they got their own numbers, but and they've seen loads out there and try to load with them. They can't load with them, but so gotta make sure you step out there right, man. That's pretty much it. But actually, speaking of, yeah, I've been back and forth with the folks about my license plates for my trailers. They coming in a minute. I guess they wanted to know something about the DOT number, so I had to get that straightened out. Should get that, and I will have my own license plates on the trucks. They actually be cheaper than Landstars. So by like $400 or something like that, $300 a year. So that will happen too. Um, I just gotta go make it happen. So just cutting the numbers down. I'm always cutting numbers down somewhere. So I mean, their license plate on the trailer, $82. Mine was 100, whatever it was, uh, for the trailer, permanent tag. So it's mine. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. Giving somebody the tag. Well, I mean, if anything, I give them the tag. I put mine on. But and then the same thing when I go with the truck. If something happens or whatever, all right, whatever. Good. I'm good to go. Yo, make a phone call. Get my insurance on there, and be done with it. So when the insurance and stuff is straight, I mean, you get free windshield replacements. I haven't replaced the windshield in a minute, but I can run off their stuff for the moment. I mean, but I always can pick up the phone and make it happen. So, but anyway, I mean, yeah, good video, man. The normally shit after a while, that's 2.5 hours. This joke will be done dropped down to like 15 or something. But hey, King Gene, I'm gonna say what up to you because that's the first time I seen you. I never seen you till just now. I normally catch everybody when they come through. If you ain't got any other questions, I mean, I'll give you a second. Just checking, see what else is out there. Did I miss anything? If not, I'm gonna shut it down here in a minute. Let's see, I seen Columbia Glided Dave's coming. I've seen a lot of these coming. What? Oh. But anyway, if y'all ain't got anything else, I see a couple of y'all jumping in now. I'm gonna shut it down here in a couple of minutes and get my butt ready for tomorrow. But we'll see. Let me see. You get your truck repairs done at the dealer. That depends because the trucks I got are under factory warranty still. So I did have an incident where I was the truck was covered all the way around, and about 95% of the truck was covered. And I pulled up. I had to do an inspection for Landstar, and my wheel seal on the inside was leaking, and so it was covered under the warranty. But Peterbilt was just like, "Oh man, we're gonna get to you in 3 days." I'm like, "Man, you on drugs? Just give me the part, man. I'll get somebody to put it in." So I paid like, what was it, seal and whatever. It was like, I don't know, $275, whatever, and it was done. So I'd rather just go ahead and do that. Pay the 275 at a little local shop, and I'm back down the road making money. So it just depends, what's going on. I mean, if there's anything with the engine and the after treatment, transmission and the rear ends, I'm covered. So I mean, uh, I did have things like the, what you call it, the brakes and all that other mess covered, radiator and all that mess. Some of that stuff is gone. Um, but if it was covered, if you're saying I need to replace, like I said, a seal, wheel seal, we're not waiting 3-4 days for that. Um, Even my muffler. I mean, if my muffler fell off or whatever, I'm not waiting 3-4 days for you to replace the muffler or the muffler tip. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and get it and go get it fixed and be gone with it. So, um, but if I gotta handle like other things, where it's gonna cost me a couple of $1,000s, and I might think about it. I might think about it and get it done, and not, depending if they say, well, we can't get to you for a week, and I know it's a couple of $1,000s, and I'm gonna tell y'all, go to hell. I'm gonna go take it somewhere else and get it done. So, but it all depends. Richard Williams, what up? So, and these trucks, so and they got Packards, so they will go to the shop a lot. I mean, they haven't really been to the shop, so that's a good thing, because all the trucks run about the same. They got the APUs. They don't idle a lot. Uh, so we kind of avoid the shops. We do get little lights coming on here and there, and all of a sudden they go off. That's almost with any truck out there nowadays. So, um, so that's a good thing. Just got to keep it running, and bringing that revenue. Put that money up, and maybe go out there and get some more. I mean, I'm at the point now with the trucks anyway. It's just like, I don't even I don't have to put up on a $5,000-$10,000 on a truck now. It's like, um, give us the first payment, get done. Things like that. Um, I did put down a couple of dollars on one of them, but not that much. No. But yeah, I'm in place doing things like, here, give us the first month payment, and that's it. You know. Um, so that's a good thing. Hold on, Richard, my internet is fucked up for a minute. I wanted to say, you got, when you're running tired, be careful. All right, man. We can't be like Mr. Aguilera out here. I just can't. I don't know, man. This dude right here. I mean, it's common sense. You ran past the ramp. You took the test, or somebody took the test for you. There's a lot of guys out there like that. Somebody was like earlier today that he came across a driver and he asked him a question. There's a lot of drivers out here like this. He asked him a question. Hey man, what that cat engine do for fuel mileage? And the driver's response was, Florida. What? Florida. Florida. What the hell you mean Florida? Like, what kind of fuel mileage you get, motherfucker? He can't speak English. Like, how you can't speak English and you driving one of these here? And you do like what he does. Now they saying he does speak English. Whatever, man. It's just like, it's just, I don't know. You had a choice to make, man. You made the wrong damn choice. So pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to your equipment. Your damn ride, your brakes feel spongy. You better figure out something to do ASAP. So Tiana M, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. These trucks are under it. A lot of things I got are under it. Kind of like low rates on them. That's why I was saying a minute ago. I'm to the point where it's just like certain things like that. They just say give us your first month payment and things like that. I mean, I get offers for like money and working capital and all that other mess. Not taking all of it. Some people will jump on it quick. You know, um, get credit cards, credit card offers, Capital One, Chasing, American Express. So, done dealt with the credit lines. No, I don't need 12 and 13 lines. Yeah, I mean, I don't. So, but I don't. Maybe you do, but not saying you, but whoever else. I don't. Got my little ways of doing stuff. So yes, I do. Yeah, man. Yes, I do. Let me see this little done with that. Tiana, that's your name. Oh snap! Hold on, I just lost you there. How do you find drivers for my trucks? But I appreciate that comment though. So I hope that helped you out. Um, I used to do Craigslist. Craigslist used to be free. Craigslist can eat one nail. I don't mess with them no more. See, because Uber and Swift and all of them, they messed it up because they out there throwing thousands of dollars a day. And they'll throw like $500-$600 a day in Phoenix and push your joint to the bottom, so nobody see you. I'm not throwing $500-$600 a day on Craigslist. Excuse me. What the hell's going on there? Retarded ass phone. Now I got a big face. There we go. So I don't mess with Craigslist anymore. They used to be free. I didn't even trip when it was like $5 and $10. Now y'all like 40, 50, 75. I'm like, not doing it. So I mess with Indeed. I do get a lot of calls from there. Some people say, oh, you gotta pay. Nah, I get a lot of telephone calls from there. I haven't done it in a while, but Indeed does work. I don't have to pay them nothing. I post in somebody's city and the phone will ring. Will it instantly ring? No, maybe in a day, maybe 2 days. They'll send a little resume to you. That's what's cool about it. You know, maybe you can get them to put their driver's license or whatever in, and you can run them somehow. So I like the Indeed thing. Landstar does their thing for me if needed. Some people find me on YouTube, so I think a lot of the guys found me on YouTube, except for like one. So they probably still watch. They don't say nothing. But other than that, they didn't say nothing then when they found my ass. So yeah, I mean, that's what I do. That's what I got. Indeed, Facebook. People see me on here. I don't talk too much on here anymore. About that kind of stuff. But in Landstar does. I fill out a little thing and I put it out there. So I think Landstar's expires in like 30 to 60 days or something, whatever it is. But yeah, asked Florida. Dude asked him what kind of fuel mileage your truck get, and dude was just like Florida, Florida, Florida. Like, what you mean Florida? Then you figure out, okay, he can't speak no English or whatever. It's crazy, man. Next time DOT asks me a question, I'm gonna respond Florida. They're gonna say failure to comprehend the English language or whatever. Speak English sufficiently. Oh man, they gonna kill you, man. They gonna do you buy the truck first, then find the driver? Um, I had one truck, then I went and bought another truck. I bought the other truck as a credit, uh, commercial credit builder, and I let it sit. I really didn't even give a damn about the truck at the time. I just had it. It was just sitting there, and I was making payments on it. It was like, I don't know, $900 a month or something like that. And then I bought it for 13, and no 14. I traded it for 13. But I had a truck, then I found the driver. Then so it was me and him running around. Then it went back to just me running around because I had to get rid of him, Or he called himself trying to get cocky, and he tried to call my bluff, but he seen I wasn't playing, so he just kept it moving. He wanted to stay, but I ain't got time to play with people, man. So you can't do your job right or whatever, then yeah, eventually you gotta go, one way or the other. But I normally already had the truck. Yeah, I probably have like I said, it'll be one truck, just hoping to not find somebody. And then this time around I did it, and I went and got another one. So I wouldn't go out there trying to get like 6 trucks at one time and shit. Because you're gonna have to pay. You have to pay for them. So if you don't get nobody in the truck, you still gotta make that payment at the end of the day. Unless you just got a shitload of cash sitting somewhere, But that's how I do it. It's a truck before the driver. I don't want to get no driver before. You can do it however you want to do it, really. Tell the truth. But you can get a driver before the truck, and he just say, "I'm out. I'm not even gonna do it. I changed my mind or whatever before you even get to the truck." You can get the truck before the driver, and so go find a driver. They still do the same damn thing. So you just gotta know what you can get away with at the end of the day. So yeah, it just depends, man. Now it's just like there's a truck open, I got a driver. You want to get it. But like now, me and the Columbia Century class. Actually, there was 2 of them. It's 206s. They're like 600,000 miles, and they really did have 600,000 miles on them. And I just thought about something for a minute. Then I was like, no, I'll just buy one and I'll buy the reefer unit. Then I was like, I thought about that for a minute, and I was just like, nah, I'll deal with it later. I ain't gonna mess with it. So sometimes you just don't like step your ass out there. Who was saying that earlier? I forgot. But yeah, you just don't step your ass out there and get caught up at the end of the day. Jersey Kid, what up? Something came up and it disappeared. Or you retracted it. I work for Landstar doing dry van. Sir Lloyd, what up? Yeah, tell them how you doing with that. But Florida, yeah, Florida is English, but there's like a lot of Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, some Haitians, but Haitian probably wouldn't do that. But yeah, the other ones, I fuck with all of them, because I'm from New York anyway. So, but yeah, there's a lot of damn drivers out there like that, man. Like And unfortunately, gonna end up like this dude if they get caught up like that. Coming Landstar next week. What's the chance of me getting a step deck? Very low. I won't say very, very low, but you will be on a waiting list. You will speak the Blair boat right. Once you get out of orientation, get on the list. Um, but once you get one, you keep that fucker. You don't give it back. Now you can release it, or you don't have to lease it. If you lease it, you get another 7% of revenue. Now some people like, why are you gonna lease it for 7% more? Dumbass, I probably make another thousand, anywhere from 600 to like $1,200 in a week just off that. So what? The trail's $195 a week. Guess what? I don't pay for nothing else on that damn thing. Landstar pays for everything on there. You know, unless you wreck it or something, I guess then that's a different damn story. But the only thing that sucks about their trailers are there's no boxes, which I understand they don't want to pay for no boxes. People breaking them. There's no ramps on them. That sucks too. Um, so that's the only thing. But other than that, anything wrong with that trailer, they'll cover it. So but you'll have people argue with you. Like I was with Tiffany Hannah uh, in at Matt's, and there was a driver out there arguing with us, and we sitting there trying to tell him like, yo, look, cause she know drivers at Landstar and stuff, and it was like, well, y'all gotta rent the trailers, and so we still make $800 to $1,000 or whatever more a week if you know how to run with the trailer. So what are you saying? Like, I mean, that's like 73% just off of that, between the truck and the trailer. Because when they pay you the trailer percentage separate from the truck. So they ain't gonna say one whole thing. And it's just like, well, this is what I said. Like, bro, $195 a week and the trailer revenue was $1,000. What's the problem? So if I did that 4 weeks in a row, what's the problem? Like, so, and he just could not get it, man. Like, and it's, see, y'all gotta lease them. Okay, whatever. I still made like $1,000 more per week, not every week, but Um, so I don't see what's the problem. Okay, so the trailer's like almost $800 a month. I still made probably $4,000 or whatever, maybe five, depending, what I did for that week, and you add it up throughout the month. That ain't nothing, and they pay to fix everything. I ain't tripping. There's guys over at companies with trailers. They got ramps, they got boxes, and they pay $200 something a week, and they got escrows on the damn trailer, and they gotta pay to fix the stuff on the trailer. We don't pay for nothing on the damn trailer. So, I mean, now I went back and did some math before I got this deal done. This was a 5% deal, I believe. Yeah, 5%. And I only pay like $16 more a week for everything I got on the trailer. So I didn't need Landstar trailer no more. Did I have a blowout? Yeah, I'm not tripping. I'm not gonna have a blowout every week. I'm not gonna be hitting everything. It's my trailer. So I don't expect to have a tore up trailer when it's all said and done. Um, but there's guys that that ain't gonna do it, this and that, whatever, But you gotta walk outside or not now. You see my trailer, ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, I had one blowout. I think that's because of a nail or whatever. But other than that, that's it. So, but you will be on the list for a step deck. Now, if you would have came like 2 months ago or something like that, you probably would have got one quick. Like Galloway and El Boogie. So your first truck, how much did you put down? Did I use the personal credit? It was kind of like a both thing, but it kind of like more like it was like on my personal side. That Tennessee Commerce Bank, they got in a lawsuit, and because they forged some paperwork or whatever. They out of business now. The Fed shut them down. And the crazy part about that was this was like right around in between the mag thing. Um, uh, they were pushing papers, forging shit, changing numbers around, and telling people they owe money, like more than what they was paying. I'm like, the fuck out of here! What are y'all talking about? You know. But so I put zero down because my credit was like, I forgot what it was. It was almost like 700 or something at that time. So I put nothing down on that tractor. And but it turned into a shit show because I was just like, yo, we're just not paying this fucking money. This is not even the deal. What the fuck y'all get this from? So yeah, I was in some shit with a bank one time that was you know, um it was as a personal deal, and they almost no, they did get me fucked up for a minute, and then we got it straightened out down the road. Um, and then it wasn't they try to repo me up or whatever they try to put down, but it got cleared up. There's You can Google it now. Tennessee Commerce Bank, uh, out of Franklin, Tennessee. Um, they was doing all kinds of mess, man. Like they didn't even believe me when I told, it was like I was talking to the Better Business Bureau. I said, yo, they doing some funny money around here. They meeting people at Red Lobster, sliding bags under the table and shit. That was really what's going on. you know, some dude named Jim Courtney at I forget the name of the thing, Tennessee Truck Sales or Knoxville Truck Sales or something like that. There was a whole bunch of mess going on around that, but we got that straightened out, and unfortunately, that was just a bad situation. Um, because they basically tried to steal the truck from me and shit. They was trying to steal the truck from me and everything, man. Um, but yeah, that first truck, it was not that Freightliner I have now. I already had that. Uh, this was a blue Freightliner, and I didn't put nothing down for the truck. And later on, now with these other trucks and all this other stuff, I started shit. I traded in a truck, and I came up with $2,000. That was it. And then these trucks, to put not $1,000, 1720, whatever it is, first payment down. So after a while, once you get to a certain point with credit, your credit and stuff, your commercial credit, whatever, and your personal credit, however they looking at you, because some situations, you go in the bank and they just gonna be like, well, you've been in business for XYZ, whatever, and they're not even looking at you like, at your personal like that. But that takes time to get there, so you just can't do certain things out the gate. So yeah, when I come to think about it, I never really had to put, like some guys be putting 10 grand, 20% down, and 30% down. I really never had to do that. So I was lucky for that. But yeah, one of them was personal, and the other ones have been business. So that's a good thing. Yeah, now at one point it was the guarantor mess or whatever. If you mess up and shit, they're gonna come back at you. But now I'm just pretty straight with that, so I don't have too many issues. I mean, like I can go out there now and just say, "Yo, let me get like 3 new ones, or let me get 1 brand new one." But I'm not, I'm not gonna do that. So, can I order 30 of them? No, shit like that. That ain't gonna. Maybe down the road it can happen. Or can I go to like Daimler and set up a lease through them? Yeah, I'm not talking about going to Joe Blows and go get some shit from somewhere and do it. I'm talking about really like talking to them, Daimler and Packard Financial, and do one of them type of deals or whatever and shit, and be done with it. But I like how I do it because you know, um, some of these trucks out here, on the other side of the fence, as far as the leases, you gotta pay that shit every week. You know, you gotta wake up every week and be like, well, shit, there I go. I'm like 10,000 behind, like right here. If I wake up every week, I'd be like, well, shit, let's say if there's like $600, $700 already, damn, I already got cough up $3,000 in a week already before anything or whatever. So my shit is set at 17 something, and they're down to where I don't have to worry about too much of shit as far as paying them. Then at the end of the day, when I want to get rid of them, they're gonna probably be like, we'll give you a fair value on it or whatever. I probably got some equity in it, and I don't have to come up with no money for another truck. That's pretty much what it is. So far, that's been working for me anyway. Me and my wife. So that's been working. I mean, like I said, I did a $13,000 truck. I traded a truck in I bought for 14, traded it for 13 2 years later, and I did these two Peterbilts. I traded them in, and I got like $4,000 something in proceeds, whatever. Who knows what happened with these? I think these will play out pretty well too down the road. So as I'm just watching the market when it comes to this stuff, because it's going down. You're gonna get a lot of Falcon transports out there. You're gonna get some New England motor freights, and other people just buying people, and they putting their trucks out there. You're gonna get things like that happening. So, and the lots are gonna be flooded. They're gonna have to sell them, and it'll be a buyer's market at that time. Right now, it's their time. They still trying to sell them, even though rates is in the toilet. So, let's get the van trail through Landstar actually work. I got information for this BCO, EFC leasing. Oh, how was that? Was it Hardaway? I mean, Hathaway, whatever their name is. Hardaway. Yeah, I got their email. I was going to do that a long time ago. Ain't nothing to it. You ain't got to be at Landstar for no long period of time. You just reach out to, I forget the dude's name. I actually think he's an agent. And you fill out for it, and you see if you want a new trailer or a used trailer. They'll set you up, and they'll still do the same thing like as with me or whatever. The split percentage, but the difference is that split percentage goes to them, and they'll kick the balance to you at the end of the month. They'll take out for, I guess, an escrow and the trailer payments or whatever. So there's a couple of drivers that's done it, and there's some guys that's doing it now, got newer trailers from them. It ain't nothing to it. Ain't no credit check, and no, I think it's like $1,000 down. I can't remember, but they range anywhere from like I think 195 to like 260 a week. I could be wrong, but somewhere in that ballpark with them trailers. But you will get 70 instead of 65%. It will be 72 plus whatever, however you negotiate, whatever. Get you more money than that. Sir Lord Black retracted again. Thanks for the info, no problem. Jersey Kid, no problem, man. They sound like they was doing some of that funny shit. Yeah, man. There's a lot of people out there with that bullshit, man. So, but hey, shit, man, it's 3 hours, man. I mean, y'all almost got me trying to pull a 5 again. No, yeah, if I'm on that long, I ain't doing nothing for real. So, But hey, man, yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through. You sitting here asking the questions. I mean, it's better when you sitting up there and it says 32, 42, 45, and y'all actually do come down here and say something. You know, that I appreciate that. I try to give you what I know, um, if I can. What was that question? When did credit check change? What do you mean? Y'all talking about a trailer from Landstar outside company? Yeah, he talking about a Hardaway or halfway, whatever it is. I know I got the email with the deal, and it ain't nothing but a simple little application. So yeah, we was talking about that, and he was talking about something else. I didn't like. Let me see. Landstar actually wanted that information from the company, from BCO. The company is AFC Leasing. Never heard of AFC Leasing though. But yeah, that HDY, that is them. Never heard of AFC Leasing. Unless that's part of something they're doing, I don't know. But but yeah, it seems like a pretty good deal, man. Some guys get newer trailers, some guys get used trailers. So, but that's what they do with the fans. They thought about the flatbeds and step decks, and they said, nah, whatever. I guess it was too much of a risk. Uh, I think either way it would be a risk, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing something there. I guess I didn't talk to them enough about it, but they didn't do the flatbeds and steps. So on that, there are places that if you trying to do a flat or step, like TNT, a couple other places. I don't know if Landstar, because Landstar got so much red tape, you know. But I don't think it should be a problem because Landstar gets trailers from them places, brand new, from TNT and whoever else. So. Uh, New Fontaines. Shoot, now I think they got new Great Danes. So okay, yeah, it's Hardway. They just got vans. That's it. Just vans. I would say they range anywhere from a 2000. I better keep my mouth shut. They're within the last 5 years, probably 5 to 7 years, as far as the age. So I'll say that much. You probably would want one that will fit within that range because if you start going, I don't think they got ain't that old, but because some of these customers be wanting, like GM or whoever, 10 years or newer, and you might get caught in that scenario. It was rare that it happened, but I've seen it happen. You know, you'll have a Landstar trailer or something, and it's like right there, and it's just like, and then you can't get loaded and shit. But that was a rare thing that I saw. But guys do get those trailers from them folks. Some guys go through LCAP and buy their own trailer. The only thing I didn't, the way I saw it with the LCAP thing was, okay, you pull my credit, and then you turn it into a lease payment or whatever, which was cool. But at the end of the day, I think if something went bad, what happens to the trailer? Y'all taking it back, ain't you? Because it's kind of like not like, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I want to call it like a crossroads leasing thing. I could be wrong, but all right. So they bought the trailer and then they leased it to you. So there are deals out there like that, banks and stuff that'll do that. And they'll buy the truck or take the truck and then they'll lease it to you. And then you got the balloon payment. Well, there wasn't no balloon payment with these Landstars, but there are places out there that do that kind of stuff. So, hey, shit, I'm about to hit the pillow too. But hey, Cakes, um, you actually from Queens? But yeah, it's just vans. It's just vans out there right now. So I don't think they're gonna do anything else. There is an agent. I don't know who the agent is. I think they do have a reefer or two, a couple of reefers. I don't know the name, but it's been rumors about it. So if you're interested in that, I don't know. You have to really poke around. There's a lot of things you poke around about around here. You'll find out. You're like, oh snap! Like okay. So every year I've been here, I done figured out something new. So, but tell you, man, it's cool chopping it up with y'all. That's we're at the 3 hour mark. I'm gonna run inside and do whatever I gotta do real quick and let me see. Hold on, look at my clock. Yeah, I probably take my ass up the street here for my what you call it, run out and be ready to go in the morning. Being at places, you gotta be at places, man. You gotta know how to control your clock. You manage your clock. You just can't. I was talking to one of the guys. I was like, look, man. I said, you can't waste 8 hours on 150 miles. You just can't do that. Because now you put yourself in a jam at the end of the day where you can't get but certain loads or no load at all. Or all the hot loads came out on this day, and now this day there ain't loads worth a damn. You can't be screwing yourself over on your clocks. If you are, you need to sit down and probably watch some YouTube videos or sit down with somebody and learn how to do a 8-2 split if needed. Um, because that's the difference. Like me and Dude was talking about earlier today. That is the difference between you running out of hours almost getting to the house, you running out of hours sitting on the interstate because of a wreck or something. You gotta manage that clock. You gotta manage that loading unloading time. Um, that dropping hook time on there. That fuel time. I mean, you got too much time on there. You're gonna smoke yourself. I mean, I know some of these companies out here got y'all acting like robots. But uh, you come somewhere like here or whatever, trying to do the robot game, you probably not gonna make no damn money. And I know some companies is just one way of doing it. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. All you know is just drive, stop, 10. Drive, stop, 10. And I don't know, it's crazy. But you gotta know how to manage your clocks. Because if you don't, man, that's the difference between making $500 in a week or making $1,500 in a week. That's the difference between. Man, I don't know what the hell is wrong with my joint. It just froze up. But anyway, like I said, guys, gotta manage your clocks because that's the difference between making a lot of money or a little bit of money. You know, that's getting home. That's getting to your next load. That's somebody canceling loads. You know, so gotta manage that, man. Because if you don't, you'll come back at the end of the day saying I ain't getting no miles, I ain't getting no money, I ain't this, and I didn't get home, and I didn't do that. And you really go back and look at it, it's like, yeah, we see you done did some dumb shit here, like, but that's why a lot of dispatchers out there put um, fleets like these big companies, and they got drivers that do shit and whatever. Man, we come back to you later, man. We ain't got time for that bullshit. We got like 20 other trucks to deal with, or whatever. Or you have a small joint, like myself and other people, or you know, you could just have your own ride by yourself and not know what you're doing and just be, you know, do shit and get caught up, not make money and stuff. I mean, so manage your clocks. I'm sorry this joint went off. So it's just like, um, phone always doing it. I need to just go and get another phone, man. Thanks for the info. Gotta hit the pillow. Carry you in business, man. Once people realize this, it's not a game. It's somebody. People treat it like it's a game, man. You can't play around, man. I mean, but like I said, some people think they company drivers still. They own operators with company. They want or lease purchase drivers, whatever you want to call them. They still want company driver perks, man, and that's not how it works out here. So you'll find yourself packing up quick. We recommend for an escrow account. I've paid. You have a paid off Century. That's what's up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you put a certain amount of money away. I mean, you put like 10% of your money away, for escrow. Uh, I don't know what kind of freight you pull or whatever. But like me, it's 15% per truck. So it's 50. It used to be 10. Now people say, "Well, you gotta put more away." When your truck it's just an old truck. But these trucks is covered pretty much. I still got a high escrow number. So I be reaching in, pulling it out nowadays. I just I don't. My wife's like, "Why don't you just pull it out?" Like, because she was at the point she don't trust the truck companies with them. Which I hear you. Whatever. It's not the same as FFE like I was saying earlier. But yeah. So I'm a 15%. Uh, it could go lower, but why? I don't have to. Um, it was 10%. So, and I just recently went to 15, probably like a few months ago. So right at the beginning of the year, somewhere around there. But but yeah, that's 15%. Man, they did it. I do it off this line haul over here now. Your check, whatever, you know, if you somewhere else, it's a little different than that. But that's somewhere in that ballpark, man. So you got paid up. What year is the Century anyway? I mean, if you got like a '03, something like that, man. Well, even the '04s, '05s, '06s, up to the '08s before the DPF came out. I mean, yeah, you can put the things on it and bypass the EGR and all that. You still pretty good. So, I'm seeing what year you had there. I really hate when my phone does this dumb crap, man. Because I lose like everybody. You probably ask me a question and think I'm gone, and I can't like get back. But if I don't get nothing, but yeah, I mean, you heard. If you dare, check it out later. Um, that's what I would do, man. Was it hard for me to do it? Yeah, at one point. But oh, you got a good one then. You got one of them better ones that you got the EGR and stuff on there. But anybody can work on that damn thing. So anybody can work on that. I mean, as long as you ain't got to go to Cali. I mean, people still going to Cali with them trucks. I mean, I see them all the time. I see gliders. I see everything out there. Some of them try to slide through at nighttime and all that, but you know. But other than that, yeah, you got a straight truck, as far as I'm concerned. I'll just put like 10% up, something like that. I mean, if you got some saved up already, you just go off of that, and just put whatever away behind that. That's what I would do. Cause you sure don't got no warranty on your joint, so that's something like that would be a big help. You hear people saying, "Well, this ain't the," some people get this, especially that warranty mess. They get it jacked up, and sometimes you gotta wait at the dealership, this and that. Well, wait at the dealership, all right. Depending on the scenario, but I'm not gonna be paying the dealership. I'm not gonna be paying a hotel and all that other shit. I mean, something gotta give. So, but someone say it ain't worth a crap. Freightliner, Peterbilt, or Detroit diesel. Well, if it's a service issue and you're supposed to service something, well, guess what? That's actually not an actual failure. That's something service related that you should have took care of. But you can't, like somebody was saying earlier, it's like talking to a brick wall to some people. So um, it is what it is. Look, Jersey, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm still alive. I mean, shoot. You moving? Um, I ain't doing nothing. So I came out. I got over here earlier, sitting here chilling. I went in and ate, and you know, I'm gonna get out of here in a little while. All I gotta do is go up the street down here, and then I just go to bed. And I'm gonna pick up this damn wide load in the morning. I'm gonna drop it off real quick. Then I'm gonna come back down the street and um, pick up this other load and go down the street, and then I'm done. I might pick up something else. I don't know. I don't know what'll happen after that, but we'll see. On which night I see you go in on us. I don't bother. I don't really bother it no more, man. I mean, I was just saying some things, talking about there's some things that I knew from before, because they used to do like 85. I think it was 85 cents a mile on the old leases and things like that. And they didn't have that board then, and they introduced it and stuff like that. I just don't agree with the monster balloon payment at the end. You know, and some people keep yelling residual. It don't matter. They just dressed it up, and uh, so you still got to come up with that payment. At the end. That's what I was getting at. And then I had some dude from like KLM coming in there popping shit or whatever, and I don't know. He disappeared in the fog. Actually, some of the comments I didn't even see like months later, because I wasn't really going back and forth with people like that. But some people just saying this and that, but then you don't see some of them no more. They they're gone. Either they lost the truck. I know some that lost the trucks. So, but I'm not gonna be there and go, you lost your shit or whatever. I'm not gonna sit there on YouTube and do that. Um, you know, um, Not unless they actually like try to be funny about some shit, and now I gotta make a whole documentary about their ass or something. But other than that, now I left that alone, man. So I haven't made no video like that in a minute. See, I can sit here and make a video and or I can go get the views. You know, I can go around and say fuck lease purchases and fuck Snyder ICs, but that for what's the purpose? It's just so somebody can watch my ass. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. And that's not really what I know some Snyder ICs. So that just be kind of like dumb of me just saying some shit like it just be kind of like fucked up just to get some fucking views, man. You know, um, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, there's plenty of damn videos I could do and just get the views. I mean, yeah, I know people shared some of them videos out there, and they might be trying to prove a point to me. Like at the end of the day, you ain't proving shit to me. I already did it. I done completed it. I got mine. It's sitting under the shed. Put some batteries in it, it'll fire up. But so there's nothing in the they ain't gonna argue with me and try to prove nothing, or go try to prove something, because I mean, it's like whatever. But I don't even make them videos no more, man. I mean, I really, when I made them, I think I just thrown them in the mix, and I bought quality in the mix, because I knew that quality shit wasn't gonna work. The way they was doing it, that was not gonna work. But they just was giving people trucks, and people was taking the trucks and putting them behind the TA and shit. And you see where it got quality. You see where it got the people that had the trucks that were at quality, or that had the quality truck. I didn't know it was gonna spread like wildfire like that. So, I mean, there's a bunch of views on some of them videos, 9, 10,000, 12,000 views, whatever. People in there, here and there talking shit and whatever, and some people agree, So, But yeah, I can do them videos and it'll go. So I can make a video and say, if you lease purchase, you're an idiot, and there it is. And I can sit back and not say a damn word after that. After the video, I know what's gonna happen. People gonna be in there talking shit, arguing with each other. I'm just gonna be sitting back laughing and shit. But so it's funny though, when I go back and think about some of that stuff that people was doing on there with some of them videos. Um, I was just making videos. Uh, I didn't know I was gonna get all them kind of views, from it. Cause like I said, I was on here at one point, then I disappeared. Then I took some stuff down. None of these drivers you see now on here, they wasn't on there when I was on there. Um, so now it's like you see everybody on here now. And people started telling you about this one and that one, and like shit, I don't know who this motherfucker is and shit like. But now you see them, you know who they are or whatever. But yeah, me and the Snight ICs, I don't got no issue. I see Snight ICs all the time. Some of them see me like, I seen you on there, man, whatever. Some of them left there and came here and left here and went there, and so issue with them or whatever. There was probably like one or two issues with a couple of them. But other than that, I ain't worried about nothing, man. We're gonna bring that red one out one day. on one, either me and Juan got to have a discussion. So that's what it's gonna be. My wife was saying it was 2 days ago. Why don't you just go ahead and give somebody your truck, and then you go get the other truck back and just run it. I was just like, because once I start talking about those 2 Century class trucks that was out there, I was just like, nah, it's like them trucks ready to go. Like, so they look like they ready to go. So I said, you probably won't come across no more damn trucks. Like, but then again, you probably will. So it's just sitting out there chilling, man, under that damn shed. Once I get this dude, I don't know, the oil feel like it's falling off a little bit. I don't know. So maybe he'll have time. If he don't have time, I'm just gonna have to get it out of there and shit. I'm not like really pushing him or nothing. So he wasn't pushing me when he was doing certain things to it. So, but you know, uh, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I know some people probably like, yeah, you bullshit. Like, nah, that's my shit. I show you the papers to it. So, but sooner or later, yeah, I've been on for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, Raymond. Um, yeah, I keep trying to throw those videos, man. I'm trying doing like once a week if I can. I might vanish for a minute and then come back. That's what kind of like, I think that's what kind of like messed me up. Cause like I said, I'm not on here for like some of these other cats. And you gotta do like 8,000 videos a month and shit, so you can get paid. I'm not even monetizing none of that shit. But so some of them gotta do that. You know, I don't have to do that. So, but I think I did lose a lot of people when I guess I like kind of like vanished or whatever. I didn't vanish because people was talking on the video. I didn't even know they was freaking talking on them like that. You know, because I'm so much like in the Facebook world. So that's me. I was like in the Facebook world. I was like with all the sports and all that, and then I just kind of like got away from that, and moved off, and just like I said, let me deal with the truck driving world and shit. And then that's why you kind of like see me now more than probably what you did before, even though it's not a lot. So I kind of disappeared from the sports world, even though there wasn't a lot of that on here. You do see a couple of clips. Um, but now I just most of the time be talking about trucking or whatever. What up, Chris? Man, that Century ain't for sale, man. that's the truck that got me, got us where we are, what we doing, so it's just there, anything ever happens, like I say, shit hit the fan, I lost all these trucks or whatever. Oh, I got a truck. It's just sitting around and shit, Dust that bitch off and yank it out there, fix a couple of things, and put it back on the road. Um, so, somebody's commenting on something. I was clowning on the Trick Daddy post with Remy Martin. Um, they've been talking on that shit all since yesterday. But nah, man, that's kind of like a sentimental value truck, kind of. So that's why it's kind of like I ain't tripping about the damn truck. So um, that's what it is, pretty much for the most part. With it, the truck still run, man. It's just been parked for so damn long. It's just like, it's because of the Landstar, man. Like I said, Landstar was hounding me about the damn truck, get it off the yard, which was kind of like dumb to me, but I get because somebody put it in the wrong parking space. But for me to just get it off the yard, I think that was kind of like dumb. And that's why I'm in the scenario I'm in with it now, because he's sitting at his place. He's out there working on oil field trucks and whatever. It is what it is. So, but I got two other people out there. He knows one of them that can probably just take over and do the damn job. So, or I could just call up, one of these places and just get an engine and that's rebuilt and swap it out, and be done with it. I want to. Maybe I can go back and do some research and go put me a 99 engine in there and get back on that paper. It wouldn't happen here though. They could over here. They could still put an ELD in a 99, 98. I seen a 97 Century, 96, 97. That's when they first came out. I should help this driver out back in. Um, he got a big ass wheelbase, so it's gonna be a little tough for him. But they still make you put ELDs in those trucks. So, you grandfathered in, and that's a different damn story. Um, but if you new here with one of them, they're gonna get your ass and they're gonna put one in there. Got it, bro. Shut it down. All right, man. But yo, I'm probably gonna go out here and this hey buddy with a Century. Look like it. I don't know. Well, you got somebody that's gonna help him out. I guess. Yeah. I guess somebody's gonna help him out. But he got a new reefer unit. I don't know that. Man, hey buddy, they be getting new trucks, new trailers, and we gotta show our whole damn everything. When we graduated the first grade and eighth grade, and when we first got a diploma and everything, these dudes, I don't know, they be getting the hotels, they be getting the trucks and the trailers, man. Like, damn. This trailer I was looking at, reefer unit, there was like 20 hey buddies on there, man. The trailer clean, man. It was about like this one right here. It was damn near. I think, what kind is this? Now that's a Vanguard. The one that I was looking at was a utility, and they had that damn uh. If you see me rock, you know he hit me. It had that Thermo King 600 SB 600, whatever it was, on it. That quiet joint. So, and it was a utility. So I was ready to jump on that. I might wake up tomorrow and still be talking about jumping on that damn trailer, man. But I don't know. I'm just gonna probably let shit play out and see what happens. But hey, buddy, and then I was on there, man. It was like 50 of them jokers on there, man. Cause there's 100 and something of them trailers that was for sale. Because they trade them in every 2 years. This is one of these companies out here. And dude, it was like a bunch of them. I'm like, let me guess the government gonna give them a grant and shit and whatever. They gonna go get all the damn trailers and shit. So But whatever, it is what it is. But yo, um, it's about to be I don't know what time it is. 10 o'clock. We've been on here for a hot minute. Um, what the fuck? You can't get that truck in there, man. Your wheelbase is a little crazy. But anyway, we're gonna see what we can do tomorrow and go on. I appreciate y'all checking in. I know it dropped down to 14. That's because of the damn phone doing what it did, as usual. But we'll come back to y'all. I don't know. Maybe I'll catch something crazy out here or something or whatever. See what else is going on. But yo, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Appreciate y'all stopping through. We will talk later. As you can see, his lights are still blinking. He's trying to get in here. Um, Dude walking out here with no damn shoes on, man. Now he gonna tell him to go in the truck and back it in. Aguilera. Anyway, man.